my Coke. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your late night.
Damn yo-yos, that's the way
I
you do
am
it.
the king of after hours. I am the god of the evening. I am the hero of late night, and I want to wish you a very hearty hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
wow,
now.
that's for cool.
At Will Neff, now that football off-season has started, thoughts on this new sport?
Thoughts
Oh,
on
yeah,
this
wow,
new
that's for
sports? Let me see. Oh, dude, Run It. Oh, God. Run It is... It's so
wow,
bad
that's
for
for
people.
Hope everyone had a great Benito Bowl. Went out the streets in Dallas and Seattle after the win. I was hammered, Neff.
Like, Run It is cool in theory, but oh, God, I feel bad for those athletes. God, I feel bad for those athletes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the Super Bowl happened yesterday, and I'm going to be talking about it for about
that's
the
very
next
cool.
15
Sam
minutes.
Darnold won the Super Bowl.
I'm not going to
Not
overdo
seeing
it.
Ghost anymore.
I'm not going to overdo
Oh
it.
yeah, wow, that's very
And
cool.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to report from the perspective of a bitter Jets fan. I'm going to try and give this as as just straight up as I can. But the first thing I would like
Oh
to
yeah,
say
wow, that's very
is
cool.
Go Hawks.
I was so fucking vindicated by that football game. Almost everything I've been saying for years that this chat fucking laughed in my face about. Everything. I have been saying that Sam Darnold was a capable quarterback since we let him go from the Jets. I was like, why did we let this guy go? I was streaming all the way
Oh,
back
yeah,
then.
wow, that's very
And I
cool.
was like,
Happy
he's a
Bad
good
Bunny
quarterback.
for all who
I don't know why they're
celebrate.
letting him go. And everybody was like, he's a Jet. He's a Jet. And then when the Vikings let him walk for a sandwich, I was like, what the fuck is happening? He gave you 14 wins. 14 wins. And he still, people said, former Jet. Well, now he's got a Super Bowl ring. Vindicated.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
Secondly,
Neff's
I do
guts.
want to say that I had been saying since that Broncos fucking Bills game that the Pats were going to go to the Super Bowl and that they didn't deserve to be there. And everybody was like, okay, now let me take off my Jets hat and say something honest. Let me say something honest. Congratulations to the Seahawks. Fantastic game. The dark side, one of the great defenses in history. The O-line was horrendous. I think you guys misunderstand. I think the Patriots or the Seahawks defense was that good. If you look at those sacks, half of those sacks were coverage sacks, man. He had nowhere to go with the ball. He had the receivers were being squeezed down so hard that Drake May had nowhere to go with the ball. It really middle was open all game. Oh, dude. You're delusional. Like, you must be a delusional Pats fan. I don't know what you're saying. Go look. Oh, baby. I'm so sorry that you think that.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Like,
Oh, I was looking at those
you're
sacks.
talking about a defense now that goes up there with probably a top 5 defense of all time. Like, truly. The dark side was the top scoring defense in the regular season and then the top scoring defense in the postseason. Now, here's what I will say. As a football commentator and not as a bitter Jets fan, and you guys are going to hate this. I think the Patriots have an easier path of making it back to the Super Bowl next year than the Seahawks do. I know you aren't going to like that. I know you guys are all going to be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I think the Patriots have a better chance of making it back to the Super Bowl next year than the Seahawks do. Because the AFC is not in a good place. The Patriots have a ton of money to spend. I think their O-line problems with Will Campbell can be fixed by moving him to guard.
Hey, Will, have you ever
if they
wondered?
go get a tackle. And then all of a sudden you have a potable team again. I know that Patriots fans are super bitter right now, but your team is so young. Your team is so young. Like, if you are a Patriots fan, you have to look at this season as a Cinderella run where you weren't even expected to win your division, let alone go to the Super Bowl. You had a dream run, and next year you're going to be better. Stop being nice to them. Listen, I'm just calling football as I see football. They need an elite wide receiver. Interesting, because there's going to be one on the market. There's going to be one on the market. I think A.J. Brown to the Patriots would make so much sense. I think A.J. Brown to the Patriots would make so much sense. Under contract, I think A.J. Brown is getting moved. Peace and love. I think the likelihood of A.J. Brown getting moved to the Patriots is more likely than Justin Jefferson being moved to the Patriots. I don't think the Vikings are going to let Justin Jefferson go anywhere. Alec Pierce is a great number 2, but I don't think he's a legitimate 1. I don't know. I could see the Patriots being really good next season. The Seahawks are, I think, the biggest problem for the
Did
Seahawks
you see
next
friend of
year.
the show Marco Brook in a Super Bowl ad?
No, I didn't. I think the biggest problem for the Seahawks next year is going to be this, man.
Nice snaffle.
Kenneth Walker did something in a contract year that not many athletes have done. Kenneth Walker in a contract year where basically they were like, put your bag on the table. Go show us what you want to earn. He fucking went crazy. He's a Super Bowl MVP. Pay that man his money. Don't pay him, it's a trap. Running backs hold no value. Well, I mean, he held the value of that he carried the Seahawks offense on his back. I don't know, man. You're going to have to pay Kenneth Walker. Period. Full stop. Kenneth Walker is getting paid this offseason by somebody. He's getting paid this offseason by somebody. Seahawks fans, you can be delusional about that, but Kenneth Walker is getting paid by somebody. They have to pay him? Yeah, I think they really do. That, or there's another option for the Seahawks. And I think it's also very likely. I could see the Seahawks going after Breece Hall and just doing a hard swap. But I don't know. Okay, Jets fan, if you think I want the Jets to lose our best player to the Super Bowl champions, you are delusional. I am being 100% honest about Breece's market, and he's really good at football. Jets delusion? What is the Jets delusion, man? I don't understand. Literally, how can you say Jets delusion when literally all the football takes I make are correct? I'm so right on with my football takes. Bro, I literally called Fernando Mendoza this year. Why do you guys act like I'm a freak
That's very
Jets
cool.
fan?
Who do you have the Jets drafting this year? Also, fuck Ice and fuck the Pats.
Who do I have the Jets drafting this year? If I want to be realistic about it, I think Arvell Reese. I think the Jets move back to a 3-4 defense with Arvell Reese. And I think mercifully, the second quarterback in the draft doesn't make it to the Jets at 16. I think mercifully, Ty Simpson gets taken by the Rams before the Jets have a chance to pick him, or maybe the Steelers. And the Jets maybe double down on linebacker and go Arvell Reese, and then also take Sonny Styles. That's what I would do. Go back to a 3-4, take Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles, put them back on the same team, and let them go bonkers. And if he's not there, Mekhi Lemon is a guy I would love. The Steelers are going to do the dumbest thing possible. Well, Jets QB, can I be honest? I think you're looking at a Kirk Cousins year, baby. And I think you go get, well, this is me. I think you go get Trinidad Chambliss if he's in the draft. And then honestly, the guy I would get that no one is talking about, and I don't know why he's not getting any respect at all, is Cade Klubnik. This dude can ball, bro. I don't know why Cade Klubnik is getting no love in the draft whatsoever. I'd take a flyer on him. But I think Malik will go to Miami. He's ass. He's not ass. He had 3,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He played out of his mind. I don't think he's 4th round ass. I don't think he's significantly worse than Ty Simpson ass. You think Mac Jones is getting moved? I don't think so. Because the 49ers always have quarterback injuries. I think a lot of teams are going to hang on to their backups. I think a lot of teams are going to hang on to their backups that people think are just going to like be coughed up for like a 5th round pick. I will just cried my eyes out thinking about Love. Hope you had a better day. Like the quarterback Love or just Love in general? Does Malik move? Malik definitely moves. Malik is the number 1 up. I think Malik will go to Miami. I think Malik will get a grandfather or a godfather offer from Miami. Jordan Love? Why'd you cry your eyes out thinking about Jordan Love? Anyway, those are. Does anybody else have any football questions? I've given my honest takes. Love that the Patriots lost. I mean, yes, but Big E officially confirmed he retired from the NFL or from the WWE. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I entered pro wrestling industry at the age of 23 with an injury history that included torn ACL, torn right ACL, torn left pec, broken right patella at 39. I'm well aware that I will one day have to pay the piper. I've put my body through a lot, and somehow I feel great. I don't battle daily pain. I'm able to function normally and healthfully. I'm eternally grateful for the wonderful career I stumbled into. I pray for all of my fellow athletes and performers who have not had the same good fortune. A sincere thank you to everyone who has taken the time to follow my in-ring career. It was an immeasurable gift to get to perform for you all. That's so sad, man. Big E was the best. The fucking best. Really amazing wrestler. What did you think of the Super Bowl halftime show? Dude,
yeah, wow,
I gotta
Massive
say,
interview tomorrow. Could be life-changing.
where do you think Cousins goes?
Thanks for
I think
keeping my
Cousins is a
nerves
Jet
down
next
tonight,
year.
man.
I think Cousins is a Jet next year. I loved the Super Bowl halftime show. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was really, really incredible. I listen, I begrudgingly watched the Super Bowl with my friends. They essentially begged me to come over because I was like, I don't like to watch the Super Bowl with people. And I had a great time. Because I was the only one watching the football game,
Oh
really.
yeah, wow, that's very cool.
And it
Mr.
was
Good
fun.
Bunny.
But I thought the halftime show was great. I thought the fucking Turning Point halftime show was so fucking funny, man. What a disaster. Yeah, man, I don't know. It was a fantastic halftime show. Gotta give it credit. It was funny. It sounded good. The choreography was amazing. Yeah. Have you seen the massive NBA fight that just happened? No, I haven't, but I heard about it. It was the Hornets, right? Let me take a look. Let's take a look on a Monday.
Yet they lead the NBA in fouls per game. Clearly, fouling is not a problem for a good defensive team. And Duran
Oh,
is fouled.
shit.
Oh, my goodness. And Musa's upset. Musa's really
Bro, this dude is going to be suspended for the rest of the season. That's crazy.
I have never seen Musa Diabate like this. Oh my goodness, now Miles and Duran and Beef Stew! This is out of control. Oh wow.
Wow.
Stew's on the bench. Isaiah Stewart's out of the he'll be suspended for a while. He was on the bench and he came out just to draw a fight.
Yep.
In defensive efficiency.
Damn, bro. That was a good scuffle. New Supergirl spot. Okay, I want to watch this. Yeah, I mean, someone said the halftime show didn't hit for them. I don't know what you really want in a halftime show then. Like, I'll be honest, not every artist at the halftime show is going to be your bag. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be the first to admit that I'm not the biggest Beyonce listener in my personal life, but I can still acknowledge that her halftime show was fucking over the top amazing. And I really did think that, like, maybe it wasn't like top 5 of all time, but the Bad Bunny one, like, was really fun. Like, I thought the imagery was really funny. I thought the marriage on stage was crazy. I thought the whole set with like a nail technician and like all the vendors and stuff like that, and the people working on the power lines getting electrocuted, and Ricky fucking Martin. I thought that was all great, man. Like, that was all cool. You know what I mean? New Supergirl spot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lady Gagita, she was, I loved her look. She was a little pitchy, but I loved her look. She looked so great.
Who are you? What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Kirtan didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind. This is not gonna end well for you guys.
What's Superman like?
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
Oh, dude, I love that I've become the DC guy on Twitch. That makes me so happy. Just laying in wait for DC to be good, and now I'm like the DC guy. Everybody brings me all things DC, and I just get to be like, yeah, that looks exciting. Rat King. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I fell a little bit behind with the Super Bowl. I communicated with Miles today. We're just planning for this week. We will have Miles this week. And then, hang on. We will have him this week. And then February 27th is when we're doing the big Pokemon giveaway. Because it is Pokemon's 30th anniversary. So the 27th of this month is when we are doing the big giveaway. We have over $2,000 in slabs. We have Evolving Skies packs that are going to go out with people. We have all kinds of great stuff going out to you guys. Probably over $3,000 of Pokemon stuff being given away on the 30th anniversary. So that's my little love letter to you. I'm a giant Pokemon fan. I love collecting Pokemon. And I love giving stuff back to you guys.
Oh,
so
yeah, wow.
February
That's
the
very cool.
27th, February the 27th, lock it in. It is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, and we will be giving out a bunch of stuff. Schwinn, thank you so much. And he loves Cubone. I love Cubone. Will, did you see David Chloe released a run of Pokemon knockoff cards? I just opened up a Shohei one. Wait, what? A Shohei knockoff Pokemon? What?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Oh. What the fuck? Is he doing these by hand? Where do you even get these? These are sick. Wait, those are crazy. Bro, this shit looks beautiful. Let me see. Okay, so apparently Project Hail Mary is actually like a phenomenal book. My friends were saying,
wow,
so
that's
let's take a look.
Grub Pokemon Monday Bungus.
Wait, who
I
up?
understand that you think I'm the right person for
Who
this
up
mission.
poking my bungus? Oh my god.
I understand the stakes.
Object approaching.
If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct, including us. Dr. Grace, the world is counting on you.
No, I'm sorry.
Geodude?
I'm Grace. I'm gonna call you Rocky. We're here for the same reason. His son is dying too. If we're gonna save our planets, we have to learn how to communicate. Check this out. We have about 250 words. Let's find you a voice.
Why is a school teacher in space?
Nope.
Why is a school teacher in space?
Try this.
I am Rocky. I like.
So I have a new roommate now.
Hi, Grace.
Together, we're pretty smart. But no one's ever done this before.
It is time go.
I think you mean go time, pal.
infinite possibilities for this to go wrong.
This ship wasn't built for this.
Now!
If Grace Rocky saves stars, we can go home.
Bro, this looks good. I can't wait for a good sci-fi. Just a good family sci-fi. I'm in. Also, can I just say, I've been watching Night of the Seven Kingdom, and I swear to you, if Duncan doesn't fight in the next episode, I'm applying for a job at Olive Garden, if you know what I mean. If Duncan doesn't fight in the next episode, I am applying for a job at Olive Garden head first. Dude, I am so ready. Dude, every week I tell Caroline, I'm like, it's go time, baby. It's go time. It's go time. Credits. Fuck. Fucking fuck. I'm so pissed. All right. Psycho Killer, the satanic slasher. Okay, someone really wanted me to watch this trailer. This better not be ass
At least 15 victims have met their fates at the hands of the bloodthirsty killer that many are calling the satanic slasher. California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona,
cool mask,
as well as New Mexico and Colorado, have seen a trail of bodies, dismemberments, decapitations, and mutilation. Police now confirm that satanic symbols and graphic slurs were left at the scenes of the murders, often written in the victim's blood. In the next hour, we'll take you inside the killer's mind as we speak with a psychiatrist who's an expert.
Cabal from Mortal Kombat. That'd be a sick intro for that character. Does he sleep in the closet? Oh, he's waiting for them. Nope, he sleeps in the closet.
It hasn't even been 48 hours since you buried your husband.
Weird cut.
What I hope to help you come to grips with, no matter how many times you replay what happened, the outcome is inescapable.
I'm going to be honest, huge missed opportunity to do like a dark and tortured version of Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Did you see Iron Lung at all? Yeah, I mean, I've talked extensively about Iron Lung. I got to go to the Iron Lung premiere and I got to talk to Markiplier about it. And I've already said kind of what everybody is experiencing with Iron Lung, and that is Iron Lung is not a perfect movie, but I think it is really impressive that a single man did what he did with Iron Lung, and I'm really excited about the subsequent projects. I am one who always wants to support independent film, and particularly the access of like young and upcoming filmmakers who don't have studio backing making projects.
That one person cooked so we could stop saying in Minecraft. Now we can just, I wanna get them a job at Olive Garden.
Right.
Sounds better than in
Perfect.
Minecraft.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, but I was really impressed by Iron Lung despite some of its shortcomings, and I still recommend it as a movie to go see it, particularly if you liked the game. I thought it was really, really fun. I think you probably could have pulled 15 minutes out of it, but you know, the hardest part about being a filmmaker is like,
please watch Sentenced to be a Hero, the anime.
I've heard it's really good. I think the hardest thing about being a filmmaker is like, I hate to use the experience. or the expression, but is killing your babies, right? Where it's like sometimes you have to like kill a scene or a cut or something that you've looked at 2,000 times and you think is like really important, but you just have to pull it out for the sake of like time. But I still was so impressed with Mark, and I'm so proud of him as a YouTuber to go do what he did. So go watch it. And I'm glad his movie made a bunch of money. Fuck yeah, so dope. What the fuck? The funny guy was unhinged with his flying claims without you to ground him. What is this?
Again, I will say that means I'm one step closer to my hero fantasy.
That's of you taking over.
Okay,
I will,
how many flying hours do you have?
Well, technically zero.
Okay,
but
this is you said technically.
But FAA recognizes the hours that I flew in those flight simulators. So I've got probably about 15 hours on the 737-800 and about 15 to 20 hours on the A320. So I've got about 30, and I'm about to put in 4 hours on the 747 this weekend. FAA certified full motion training simulators. They recognize those hours in those training simulators as real flight hours.
This is something you do like for joy?
Yes.
Yeah, he's super autistic about
pretty
it.
butch.
Yeah,
wow,
that's cool.
It's a really butch development in your
butch.
character.
It is, yeah. And
have you read these stats? They asked a group of heterosexual men, do you think you could land a commercial airliner?
Yeah.
And it was so ridiculously high. It was...
Yes.
Have you seen this?
These things pretty much land themselves.
It's true, but I
don't think I could do it, but I think that I could. I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't do it.
You can give it a good go.
I want to say
give it a try.
That I had gotten an argument with the chatter about this because they were telling me, Austin.
He got in an argument with me about it too.
And I'm one of the heterosexual. Well, I'm not a heterosexual. What the fuck? I'm so sorry. It was such a mistake. I'm a homosexual, but I answered that in the poll. I said I can do it. And I even signed up. There was this video, like they were testing people, and I wanted to like go in there and do it. Anyway, I'm one of the people that said, yes, you're right. The planes are automated, but there's a lot of intervention that you need to. You would not be able to do it. Like even if it's automated, you wouldn't be able to do it because there's so many things and things you must. Of course, I can.
First of all, anything is possible.
Absolutely,
anything is possible with God.
I am so confident. I am so confident that I could do it. His brother is a pilot for a Cessna.
My brother has his pilot's license.
He has his pilot's license. If we were in a situation where his brother and I, Marat, were on a plane together. And both pilots died at the same time for some reason.
Or Hassan was the terrorist.
This is the part that I got into an argument with Austin.
Yeah, or something, which would make sense.
Yeah,
right?
which is on brand.
Or maybe maybe they had diarrhea.
Right, something like dysentery.
Yeah. Dysentery.
Completely dehydrated, dizzy, can't see.
Down.
Yeah, they ate, whatever. I believe.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
QTH traveling from Leto, New York.
Oh, that's not Cutie. That is the host of I've Had It, Jennifer Welsh. I hope that helps.
That I am more qualified to fly that commercial jet than his brother because his brother has only been trained on those little GA planes and he has no idea how to operate and has zero understanding of the systems of a 737.
Is this the brother whose wedding you didn't go to?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And also the brother who has built that plane that he's talking about.
We can't.
Oh, because he lived in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and he works for Boeing.
Yeah.
He literally
just because he built it doesn't mean he fucking knows how to fly it.
I guarantee this is delusions of grandeur?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you've been in the real flight.
So I do think that this is a delusion of grandeur because I do think that Austin could potentially, in an emergency situation, land one of those planes, right? But his claim that he should get precedent over licensed pilots to land the plane because he has more simulator hours is absolutely batshit BB bonkers crazy. Absolutely batshit BB bonkers crazy. He right though? I think you are neurodivergent. I don't know how else to say that. He's never actually flown a plane. He has no real feel for it. I don't know what to tell you. Like I will take the guy with with real experience flying a real plane 1,000 times over the guy who's played the plane video game for a handful of hours. I'm sorry. That's I don't know. That's just me. That's crazy. Also, Murat builds the fucking things, man. What the fuck are we talking about? Murat builds the fucking things. What are we talking about? If you had a choice between Austin and Murat, you're going Austin show, you're dead. What are you doing? You're leaving Tom Brady on the bench, bro. You are leaving Tom. He got his pilot's, guys. Murat got his pilot's license in 2 months leading up to his wedding. That is how committed the man is to flying. And you would leave him on the bench? I am sorry. I cannot, under any circumstances, agree with this take. He works at Boeing. He builds the fuckers. He does the same fucking flight simulators Austin does. He has his license. He has thousands of hours in the air. And you would go with Austin show because he's done a simulator. That's crazy. That is, I cannot agree with this. I cannot buy into this delusion. That is like if you were in a combat situation, and there was like a Black Ops Marine who was like, I can get you out of here. You just come with me. And you're like, I'm going to go with Nade Shot because I've seen his highlight reel.
I'd pick Austin because
It's like,
I'm not
what?
homophobic.
What are you talking about? You're not going to go with real life Sergeant Slaughter? Nah, I've seen Nade Shot's Call of Duty reel. He's going to get me out of here. What are we talking about?
Oh, don't worry. I got you. 50.
50. 40. 30.
Pull back.
20. 10.
To be fair, I think we're talking about big passenger jets, not just a Cessna. Guys, Murat builds big passenger jets. He will know the controls because he designs the fucking airplanes. He works at Boeing. What are we talking about?
Oh my god! That was sick! Holy fuck! Oh my god!
What we're done for?
That was my first landing in the That was our first landing in the 747. What the fuck?
It's picking up employment.
Wait,
Olive
hold on.
Garden.
That
For me, it's letting Austin take the wheel.
Fucking Sully over here. I don't know. We'll just have a difference of opinion on this one. Full Metal Alchemist Hypeland. Okay, let me take a look.
I'm boss.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
If it was between you or the Marine, I am going with you 1,000%.
No. Take the Marine. This is actually fucking sick. This is sick right here. The green one. Very cool. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Hypeland always kind of hits it, though. I can't do this. This doesn't look that bad, in my opinion.
So you helped Rick subdue those hippie intruders, huh?
Something like that.
What the fuck is this?
You say that like there's more to it.
I don't possess many talents, but
Is this a fucking AI commercial? the fuck is this?
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Hey Will, it was my birthday on the weekend and I just wanted to let you know your stream has been there for me when I was in a really dark place and
thank
I'm
you.
so grateful for this community. Love you, Will Neffel.
Thank you, thank you. It's a Fincher Tarantino project. Oh, is it a sequel to...
So you helped Rick subdue the...
Is this a real trailer?
Something like that.
You say that like there's more to it.
I don't possess many talents, but I know better than getting away with a good story.
What the fuck is this?
Think you're real funny, huh? I'm a little funny.
That does not spark joy really for me, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
White boy maxing? By the way, I do have to give Austin credit. The Rage and Austin fucking streams were a gift. They were a gift. They were awesome. And I do have to say, man, I saw all the negative fucking feedback that Rage got. And I gotta say, I'm a fucking Rage fan for sticking to his guns
that's very cool.
and going
It
and
was
doing
peak.
something gay and being confident about it. That's fucking dope, man. That's a huge W for Rage in my book. If Rage has one fan, I'm him. You know what I mean? I really love those streams. I really love the collab. It was dope. It was really dope. How can a gay man be this wooden? He's like, let go of your shoulders, bro. Dude, you know what? I would love to do one of these with Rage. I would love to go do all this stuff with Rage in Florida and then take Rage to fucking North Carolina and do all frat shit with him. Not gay shit, frat shit. Put him in a full golf getup, do 18 holes, play fucking croquet. You know what I mean? Put him on a horse. That shit would be amazing. Some wise words from Will Neff.
On you because she wasn't the right one. You know what I mean? She wasn't the right one, and you're gonna find something better.
Oh yeah, wow,
Yep.
that's very
allow
cool.
yourself to feel and mourn the loss that you have, but
Oh, yeah,
realize that
wow,
wow,
that's
thank
very
God I
cool.
didn't marry this person.
So what else they trying to say? Stop
Oh,
crying,
yeah,
go fuck
wow,
some
that's
bitches,
very
nigga.
cool.
Go outside, go fuck some fucking bitches.
I was gonna
go
say-
preoccupy your mind with some other pussy.
Yeah.
Go crazy, nigga.
Yeah,
All right, stop crying.
I actually, a good man told me that.
Were those my words? I don't remember saying that, chat. Was that something I said once upon a time? Because I don't remember saying that. I say a lot of stuff, but oh, keep going. Oh, that wasn't my quote. This next part is my quote. Got it.
Sad. His name was Will Neff. He said, Austin, put his hand on my shoulder and he said, Austin, you gotta fuck your way out of this. I'm gonna feel better.
I know exactly what he means by that.
Yeah, and I fucked my way right out of it. And that's how I met Christian.
Oh, actually, fuck you.
I
Okay.
fucked my way all the way to him. And then I was like, oh shit, I guess.
Oh my God. That was locker room talk. That was locker room talk. That's locker room talk. You can't say that out in public.
and I fucked my way right out of it. And that's how I met Christian.
Oh, you actually fucked your... Okay.
I fucked my way all the way to him. And then I was like, oh shit, I guess I'm getting off the train here. I wasn't running the train.
So Lil Neff actually, like...
He saved me, yeah.
He saved your fucking life.
That's right. That's right.
Listen. Okay? I think this advice goes for the entire spectrum. Men, women, gay, straight, bisexual. I'm not big on being a complete fuckboy. I'm not. Okay? That's not my modus operandi. It's not my modus operandi. But I do think that there is a very particular time in your life when you got to fuck your way through it. And that is after you get out of a very serious relationship. Sometimes you just got to go back out there and you got to see what's out there. And you got to put some distance between you and what's gone. Right? I don't know why, but there is some finality in a long-term relationship breakup after you hoe it up a little bit. Right? It's kind of like when everything falls apart, you got to burn the foundation. Because otherwise you leave I had a friend just go through a very serious breakup. And he was like, oh, dude, like I'm still following her on social media and done, but I check in and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, first of all, you got to block everything up and down. Even if you still like this person, you're not ready to have a friendship with them. And then you got to go wag that dick out. You got to go put that thing back to work because you got to put some space. You got to put some space. And you also have to be comfortable in your own skin again. I think when you have just left a long-term relationship, you don't know where you start and where the other person ends. And you're not comfortable being naked around strangers anymore. And you're not comfortable talking. You just got to put. And the other thing is, I will say this particularly for guys, particularly for men, women, this could be true. I don't know. When you get out of a long-term relationship, your dick game is going to be so preposterously shitty. You've gotten too comfortable. You do the same thing. You don't have that freak mode in you anymore. You gotta find that top gear again. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Is
Just
it
like
gay?
with Austin or Morat, when it comes to a licensed therapist or woman, I'm all in on the streamer.
I'm a stud.
Oh, thank you.
I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Yes.
Well, the wisest words I've ever heard from you was when you told us to stop trying to fuck your tree. You spoke to my soul.
Yeah. Stop trying to fuck my tree.
Because you were touching your own dick and you thought that it was gay because you were touching your
I swear on everything I look. You can ask my homies out there. It was being that shit since it was 9 years old. And I used to thought that was so gay. I was like, yo, I'm getting pussy in real. Like, you're fucking yourself. Like, that's gay. It isn't wrong being gay. But like, just tell me you're fucking gay, gang.
If you're on merch line, we did the Will Neff self-suck t-shirt that you guys didn't buy enough of. That should have been a home run item. But we got some more going soon. Hold on. What is this? Marsh sent me funny shit.
Like, why you fucking keep hiding that shit?
Ah, that's awesome. So when did you finally give in?
My homeboy Manny, he was the last one standing with me in high school.
Oh yeah, wow.
No, I jerked off with him.
Being nice and polite is the new meta when meeting new ladies from what I've noticed. And then be funny, which is the hard part.
Oh, for sure.
Wow, that's very cool.
For sure.
Listen,
Rage. Here's the thing that I think a lot of people have a hard time balancing. You can be nice and polite and have very amicable, consensual sex with a lot of different partners as long as you are honest from the get-go. If you approach people, men, women, gay, straight, and you're like, hey, I just got out of a 4-year relationship. I'm really rediscovering myself. I don't know if I am in a place to have a long-term relationship right now, but I'd love to go on a date and I'd love to be physically active. There are a lot of people that will sign up for that. Just because you are honest doesn't mean the other person is automatically looking for a white picket fence. There are a lot of other people out there who have very demanding jobs, very demanding lives, who are like, wow, someone I can go on a few dates with and they can blow my brains out, or I can blow their brains out. That sounds great. As long as you are honest up front, because you got to give that person the opportunity to say no. If you say that and they're like, I'm so sorry, I am looking for a relationship, then you go, okay, awesome. Sorry, I'm just not in that place right now. Put it up front. Be honest, be kind. You know, don't be sleazy. Don't be like, oh, baby, I'm so in love with you. Have sex and then disappear, you know? Like, just be honest about where you are.
Oh, he told me he came in, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Because I used to watch porn, but not beat my shit.
Really? You were just like, man, I hope it comes today.
Is that? No,
You're just like,
I'm fucking studying.
Yeah. You were just hoping that it came. You're like,
No, I wasn't studying my cock. I was studying the movement. I was studying the video.
Let the Holy Spirit.
What if your biggest fear is rejection? You got to do exposure therapy then. Remember how my biggest fear was fucking spiders, and then I owned a fucking black widow and fed it by hand? It's time for a little exposure therapy. You got to fucking get out there and get rejected and realize it ain't that bad. Oh, so you're allowed to show hole, but what is this?
Oh yeah, wow, that's for
Jupiter
cool.
will
Smile.
appear to have a hole tonight, starting around 11:20 EST. Man, you are really stretching for these hole jokes. All right, we got to look at Jupiter's hole. We got to look at Jupiter's hole, baby. How well do you think this could do in your... Oh, God, it's another Run It clip. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to watch Run It clips. I know they're awesome. I know they're very visually appealing. I think Run It is so dangerous, and it's only a matter of time until one of these athletes fucking dies. And I don't want to be one of the people that supported it. I'm so sorry. I know Run It is awesome to look at, but it's one of the few things I'm going to take a moral stand on and just go, fuck Run It. It's so dangerous. It's so bad for the athletes. There's no insurance there. They're not fucking getting paid what they should to put their brains on the line like that. I'm just not going to watch Run It shit anymore. I gotta say, this was so awesome, but Austin full-blown shirtless at drag brunch is one of the most unhinged things I've ever seen. This stream was top tier, absolutely incredible. This stream broke boundaries. This gives me hope for collaboration on the platform again. Real shit. I'm saying that. I'm already an Austin Show fan. You guys know this. He's one of my favorites. Christian, my king. But dude, I cannot give enough credit to Rage. I cannot give enough credit to Rage. Going out there and just fucking doing it. And not like doing it like judgmentally, like going into it apprehensively, like, oh shit, I gotta stay arm's length from the gay. My man is clacking a fan 2 feet from a drag queen giving a lap dance. He committed. If Rage has one fan, I'm him. He fucking stole my heart this weekend. I fucking loved what he was doing. Give her money. Peach, my fucking queen. I love how he did it stripper style. I love how he did this stripper style. Someone needed to inform Rage that sorry, this is strip club etiquette. You throw money like this at a strip club. At a drag show, you can just hand them the money.
Thank God that didn't see that. Thank God.
So awesome. Such a fucking funny collision. Anyway, I can't listen. I don't want to harp on it too much because people be like, you're glazing. But no, I really do think that, man, seeing a heterosexual man be that comfortable in his skin and go do something outside of his paradigm is so awesome. Did you see this vid of Darnold and Walker celebrating their win? Was this today? Was this today?
It looks like our tea party is coming to an end. Please remain seated until your teacup stops, and then follow signs to the nearest exit. Ta-ta! Please visit us again.
Bro, I have to know. How much does Disney pay football players to go after the Super Bowl? There's no way this is still accurate. There's no way this is still accurate. $50,000. Okay. In 1987, they were paid $50,000. So I bet they get paid like $1 million. By the way, in case you don't watch football, in 1987, Disney paid the Super Bowl MVP to say an iconic line. They said, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do now? And the Super Bowl MVP said, I'm going to Disney World. And since then, basically every Super Bowl MVP has done this because Disney has an outstanding contract that's like, it's like an insane amount of money, I bet. To just say that you're going to Disney and the day after you win the Super Bowl, you go to Disney. It's a brilliant advertising strategy. All it takes is $40 in a dream, a Beyblade tournament in Michigan.
The last
is
thing I'm doing with
offering
the hangover I would have after winning a chip would be
Civic.
go into the Anaheim Heat.
Anaheim Heat. Oh yeah, true. I mean, those athletes are so fine-tuned. That's not going to bother them. A Beyblade tournament in Michigan is offering a Honda Civic to first place. It costs $40 to enter. Wow. What? Let it rip, dude. Oh my God. A Honda Civic. Let's fucking go. Think we'll be seeing him soon? Dude, Gunn is now fucking with us. Gunn is now giving us blue balls. He did the Martian Manhunter cookies, and now he's doing fucking Victorian oil painting swamp thing. Ooh. Ah! The elder nerd approves. Hassan actually listening to music.
MAGA getting cooked on TikTok, 2 million likes in one
I
day.
ain't gay, but I do gay stuff. Like fucking dudes in the back of my truck. A little ass slap don't mean I'm queer.
Okay, this kind of goes hard though. Like I know his AI,
No,
but
bro.
Love Kirk.
No, now I know the next time I'm riding in his fucking fart wagon, he's going to put this shit on, bro. He's going to be like, yo, pass me the aux.
This is better than half
And he's going to put this shit on.
of the country's songs I've heard. This is better than anything that they fucking put out.
This motherfucker, I swear, Hassan Piker is the king of coworker music. He is the king of coworker music. He will put on straight meme core jams. He will put on like, dude, I'll have just like cooked up on a road trip. I will have just cooked up a storm on the aux. You know what I mean? All heaters. Everybody's in a good mood. And Hassan will be
It's
like,
so
yo, pass
fucking
me
true,
the aux.
BRO.
I got one. That's a banger. Shut up, Will. Guys, you have, your brains are broken. Your brains are broken. Okay. Maybe on a stream, it's like a funny 45 seconds. But when you're in a car with real people that don't watch Twitch and you put on Red Star in the Sky during a road trip, everybody else in the car is going to be like, what the fuck is happening? Bro, when he put on Red Star in the Sky in China, the Chinese people were going, what the fuck is happening? Your brains are full of bugs. What an insane build. Bro, this is what I'm going to look like when I'm older. This is what I'm going to look like when I'm older. When I lose this weight. Bro, my new diet is I eat 2 Trader Joe's salads a day. That's it. This is the method. With some chocolate milk and a protein shake. Bro, I need to get on peptides.
I'm ballsy.
What's good?
I don't take no shit from anyone.
Will, since you are the DC guy, is
Yes.
there lore as to why Supergirl seems to be a bit of an alcoholic but Superman seems to be a straight arrow, or is this a new take by Gunn?
No. I don't think Supergirl, I don't know. She's always been like A, younger. B, she's kind of always just been like a more, I don't know. She is a more human character in the sense that she has way more levels compared to like Superman, who's like very kind of one note. I think that kind of comes from that Supergirl was a character that came like what 50 years after the original Superman was made. You know what I mean? Like Superman was made in like the fucking what, the 20s, 30s, where it's like truth, justice, and the American way. And so he still carries some of that with him. But no, that's not exactly new. Like her variant Power Girl is like even crazier.
That's for a cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will, did Speedy slightly change the formula to Neff sauce recently? I got 2 new bottles and the sauce is slightly less thick than before and a bit more peppery.
I'll have to ask Jimmy. I don't think he did. All right.
Okay. Ex-family.
Fuck. Dude, as I was saying, I need to get peptides. Steroids are so good right now. I need to get on test. That's the virtue of this story. I'm too old not to be on test. Does Will Neff know that his mic sounds like cough drop rappers crinkling? What? Does my mic sound bad? It does? Very specific. No, not at all. It sounds fine. Not even a little bit. Interesting. Bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tremendous. 10 out of 10. God, I love Michael Keaton. Well, me too, but why are you saying it?
You'll be facing your greatest opponent yet. It's a villain you've never been able to capture.
What is this?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. You're gonna need that to fight.
What is this? Michael Keaton? Well, I can't read that.
Are you ready for this? It's the Academy. Come on, Michael. Please, come on. Save us. Get that Oscar
What is this?
before he does something terrible, like go to Timothy Chalamet, please. Come on. Get in there, please. Just a few more. One more. Wow. Oh.
Is this some kind of liberal humiliation ritual? Without the context, I'm so confused. After 2 years of rotting in my closet, we're finally redoing the room and hanging up this masterpiece. Classic. Our old Name Your Price. And what was Hassan's political show's name? That's Clancy, right? What was Hassan's political show named? That was awesome.
Turned around and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down.
Bro, by the way, I think there is a good chance that I will be getting a second dog soon because Caroline has been looking at like adoption agencies for like deaf and handicapped dogs, senior dogs. And she was just on the couch crying last night. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. And she's like, they just want love. I'm like, all right, here we go. Strap in. I'm ready. As long as it's a snuggler, I'm happy. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, Matt Johnson and Jay McCarroll dive into similarities between their film and Heated Rivalry. Okay, this is going to be an interesting take.
Nirvana, the band, next they'll be watching Heated Rivalry. Heated Rivalry is another Canadian success story that I'm honestly so encouraged by.
It's got some crew that also worked on Nirvana the band.
Oh, you're right, their costume designer is the same. So it has that same horniness, the homosexual edge, phallocentrism. And Hannah's got an eye for this. She's like, I want to dress men in a way that they cannot help but look at one another.
Yeah. Hi, Matt. Heated Rivalry fans might find some fun in Nirvana the band.
Basically, Nirvana the band, the show, is the PG Heated Rivalry. Nirvana the band is a way for you to still experience.
This is so inside baseball because no one knows Nirvana the band, the show, like except for like 10% of chat right now. But for those of you who know, it's phenomenal. Thank you so much, Rusty. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this week we are going to be revealing the results of the community census. Probably this Thursday. So make sure you fill out the census. Okay? We're going to be revealing the results soon. A new A24 movie. All right, let's take a look.
Ready and turn.
Oh, fuck. Robert Pattinson. All right, let's see.
Nice.
The wedding is this Saturday. What stories are you going to do?
What do you mean, my speech?
Yeah. Are you going to use the first time we met?
Yes.
Okay, what about the first date?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck.
You don't have to do a speech.
So you're saying Charlie is your first
love? Yeah.
First love or your first crush?
Both, I think. Wait, is that insane?
At 30?
So I want to say this thing about her laugh. You know how it's very cute, but it's also kind of repulsive even.
All right, so before we got married, we did this thing where we said the worst thing we've ever done.
Okay. I'll tell mine if we all do it. Promise?
What did you do?
This dog.
Beer bottles and porn.
You left an Arab night.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing I've ever done?
Okay,
Whoa. Whoa. Open presents. Oh my goodness. What the frick? What the frickle frackle? Thank you so much for the 25 schmackers. I appreciate you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
What'd you do?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna order an Uber.
Emma, what the fuck?
Am I sensing some nerves? Remember, you know each other really well. You have to stop thinking about it.
Can't just say stop thinking.
So you are thinking about it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I am thinking about it now.
How can you even trust her?
You're being incredibly hypocritical.
I never said he was mentally disabled.
Yes, you did. You said he was slow. You said he was slow.
What the?
Emma, true love is complicated. Sorry. I was just trying to do your stupid joke thing. It's about acceptance, radical acceptance.
Why are you acting like you've never done anything bad?
Yeah, vague posting the movie.
What the fuck was that?
This movie runs a very high risk because it is gambling on that the thing that she did will be bad enough that everybody agrees that it's really horrible. It better be really bad. She better have killed somebody. Or else we were going to be like, I've done worse. By the way, I wanted to do a review for people before you guys just spam a bunch of links. I wanted to do a review for people. I watched a movie that a lot of you guys were excited about. Yeah,
We'll
go ahead.
meet Caroline in the middle, find a blind and deaf bear cub. It's like a dog and you can prove to Maya they need to be inside.
True. Let me just get right on that. I watched a movie that a lot of you guys were excited about. We'll watch the first few minutes of the trailer and then I'll talk about it.
I'm going to be frank with you.
What if it was the story of when a fox attacked your dog when you were a kid? I don't think anybody would think that's bad, honestly. I think I did the only thing I could as a child.
You are smart. I know that you are great with numbers, but I just don't think you got it. As an executive, I see no value in you.
By the way, don't want a vague post. The story of the fox when I was a kid. My dog was a Jack Russell Terrier when I was a child. It got into a very violent fight with a fox when I was like 9 years old, 10 years old. And I found both my dog and the fox basically dying. And I basically put the fox out of its misery with a stone and then ran with my dog to a veterinarian and saved my dog. But I was like 9 years old. But I had to smash a fox to death with a rock.
Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what?
You know we have the Bangkok merger coming up. Prove me wrong. Oh, Linda, before you go, I forgot to mention I've received a few complaints.
What the
about
fuck? Yeah, it was really traumatic.
Complaints?
noxious odors.
Oh, God.
Take your seats, you're a little bitch.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
But are you
But
okay? Did you process
Did
it
you
well
process
enough?
it well enough?
Yeah. I mean, I had no choice, right? Like both my dog and the fox were dying. The fox's eye was hanging out. It was coughing up blood and they were still fighting. And they were both like bleeding out. And I didn't even think. I just immediately picked up a stone and smashed the fox to bits and grabbed my dog and ran and got it to a vet. Anyway, I watched this movie, Send Help, the new Sam Raimi film, and I absolutely fucking loved this movie. I really enjoyed it. Is it a perfect movie? No. Is it a perfect movie? No. But if you like Sam Raimi, it's really fun. I give it a solid like 8.3, 8.4. It's definitely worth the watch. It's better than you think it'll be. It has some great survival porn in it. The characters are intriguing. There's some great humor. There is some over-the-top Sam Raimi violence. Is there a twist? I don't believe in telling people if there's a twist or not, because I think to even know that there is a twist defeats the purpose of the twist. So no, it's exactly as you think it would be. But I really, really enjoyed this movie. I went in expecting it to be like a 6 or a 7, but I went to watch it because I'm a Raimi fan. And ultimately, it was better than I thought. It really jumped off the page, and it was very Raimi, and it was really, really fun and worth your time. So if you're looking for a fun date movie, I highly recommend. I had a great fucking Saturday. It was unbelievable. I took Saturday off. I went and played 3 hours of pickleball, absolutely ground myself into the dirt, and then came back, grabbed Caroline. We went to a movie theater called iPick, and we slopped down all the food in the world while we were watching this. And it was excellent. Not a real sport. Brother, I'm fucking 40. What do you want me to do? You want me to fucking go out and play full contact football? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't give a shit if you think it's a real sport. I'm doing it to have fun. You're not 40. I'm 36. I'm past my competitive years.
Do you understand the rules?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's go.
What is this?
I choose you. Go back.
I win.
No, that's cheating.
What? The Batman.
What the fuck am I looking at? What the
I'm
fuck is
ballsy.
this?
I don't take no shit.
Yeah,
from
go
anyone.
ahead.
Will, did you see Paramount came out with a new TV series based on The Burbs? Thought since The Burbs is one of your favorite films, you'd like to know.
Yeah, I actually saw that. I haven't watched the Burbs show yet. I got to check it out. If it's good, I'll check it out. Were you ever a fan of these guys? This song was big on MTV in 2006. A fan of these guys? No.
Sit right here for half an hour. We'll speak of what was
Is this Midwest emo?
missed your beat again. I swear we need to fight so
I mean, they're pretty good. I'll be honest, not my tempo at all, but pretty good. I just want to make this clear. I just want to make something so clear. When you are not with me, 90% of the time, the type of music I am listening to is this right here. I listen to like 90s Eurobeat and dance. Today, I was absolutely crushing my back, doing like a 300-pound row, and this is what I was listening to. Like lovers do. I feel joy, I feel pain, 'cause it's still the same. When the night is gone, I'll be alone. Another night, another dream, but always you. It's like a vision. That, aren't you a big Jamiroquai guy? I like Jamiroquai. You ever work out to Electric Six?
You ever work out to Electric Six playing?
Danger! Club voltage!
Japanese
A
called
whammy touch! A whammy kiss! Danger! It's high voltage! All right, this is a new side quest for me in Japan. Let's take a look.
Going crazy. They're fighting in the street. All right? Let me jump in here real quick.
Well, for the love of God, I've been going to the gym, down 60 pounds in 2 years. I need a house playlist for the gains. Dude, during Camp Canute, like, what was it, a year and a half ago, I made I think like 13 playlists. What the fuck? How did this kick off? Wait, what happened?
These Japanese college kids are going crazy. They're fighting in the street. All right? Let me jump in here real quick.
Have I watched Wonder Woman? Yeah. Years ago. Why? God, take me back. Take me back to Japan. Please give this a chance. It's such a fire set. Boris Redwall? Is he Brazilian? Or is he Russian? Because I know there's a version of Faint that what was it, like with Palela or something? God damn. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, interesting. He's got like super kicked out version. I don't know what it is with Faint. Hang on, let me find my cell phone. There's another Brazilian track that just came out with Faint in it. Hold on. Let me go into my archive. Let me go into my archive of weird shit. Here it is. It's that Brazilian shit. Is music getting worse? No, I think the problem with music right now is the most popular artists. It's a lot like film, where like the stuff at the top is being made to be palatable by a super wide like majority of people. And so there's like no flavor to it. It's very formulaic. If you want to listen to good music, you have to go like dig through fucking back alleys and stuff. You got to truffle pig it. And then there's really good stuff right now. I'm not gonna lie, Brazilians are on some shit right now. Everything is like crazy, breakbeat, bizarre. By the way, I just linked that track. I love what they're cooking right now. Oh wait, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, wait, oh my god, oh my god, wait. Is Mugenics out? No, it's tomorrow. Wait, does it come out at midnight? Does it come out at midnight? Nah! Fuck! Tomorrow is an all Mugenics stream, so strap in, you dirties. Do you think if you did this yesterday at the Super Bowl party, you would have gotten away with it? This is crazy.
Yeah. Let's go. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good.
Real shit. Probably I could have gotten away with it for like 30 minutes. I probably could have gotten away with it for like 30 minutes. Oh shit, what is this? The Dark Tournament team? Shit. Yo, Yu Yu Hakusho's aesthetic was crazy. Yu Yu Hakusho was the first anime to be strong enough to have fucking overpowered femboys. Do you fuck with Hunter x Hunter? I am a Hunter x Hunter truther. God, dude. I thought you and chat would get a kick out of this. Video has no sound. Feels bad. Well, he does have a do-rag on. That's Joker with a do-rag. The truth about Hunter x Hunter is he'll never finish the series. Who knows? I personally think Hunter x Hunter would be better or just as good as One Piece if it got its day. I don't know what you mean by that. Will, forgive the IG link, but it's very important that you watch this. Okay. This content is flagged for being inappropriate. Okay, we're not going to watch that. I assume you have, but have you heard of B3K? You mean Brutalismus 3000? Yeah, oh yeah. I've gone to like 8 of their shows. Unfortunately, I have to be real. Brutalismus is one of those bands that does not sound good live, in my opinion. I am the biggest Brutalismus truther in the world. I love listening to their music. Their live shows, everyone I've been to has been bad. They've been bad. But I love B3K. I really do. They're like Kaytranada. I don't know what goes on with Kaytranada, but Kaytranada's live sound is so appalling. Wake up, babe. There's a Portuguese church priest who mixes Gregorian chants with industrial techno music. All right, let me give this a try. One Piece update. I'm just pushing my way through Skypiea right now. Him wearing the fucking priest collar is phenomenal. Amine. Have you ever heard of this site before? Every Noise at Once. Oh, yeah. And it gives you like suggestions and stuff. And it's like a map. Yeah. Let's go to Deep Disco House. Please? Ah, yes. Let's find something new. Something I haven't heard before. Let's go to Noir. Oh, I know this track. What is Monkey Safari?
After I graduate with my master's in engineering, I always hear how bad the airports are. Which one should I avoid?
Actually, the New York airports are like LaGuardia is actually not a shithole anymore. I got to give it its credit. LaGuardia is so much better than it used to be. I think JFK is still pretty bad though. I think you'd really like this channel. They do in-studio rewrite genre swaps of popular songs with a whole different band. Is this like a version?
In a moment, I'm gonna play you a song.
Oh.
I don't know it.
It's a lot of words.
You can change whatever you want, like take away words and stuff. Change the melody.
A little bit.
That sounds terrible to me.
People will be like, oh, they f***ed up that harmony. It's still sounding a bit happy. It's obvious.
That's a pre-chorus.
Yeah. This is the chorus.
Easy on us, maybe. Big firing.
I'm sorry, she's missing. Sad, sad boy. Not my business, but I had to warn ya. That you think that she's so cool. Kicking back on your couch, making eyes from across the room. Wait, I think I've been there too.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like a version. Like a version is always pretty fucking dope. Have you talked about this episode yet? Dude. That's another one I'm a truther of. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm a truther of. I know not everybody loves Jujutsu Kaisen. I am a Jujutsu Kaisen truther. I think this season has been phenomenal. Very good. Thank you, Will.
Mark, take a night off.
Right. What? I can take a night off. You know there's other heroes out there, right?
This is serious, Shapesmith.
Okay. Haas, are you there? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Neff News. Play that header. When chat loses me with the clips, it's time to go into the planned content.
These days, everyone wants to be an anchorman and do the news, but everyone else is a fake and a phony. This is the only real news on this fucking platform. If you want to know what matters in this sad little world, this is the only place to get all the news that's fit to breathe. Brought to you by the Badass Boss, hosted by the one and only, your mother fucking favorite anchor, Real Neff.
Oh, hey there, everybody. Oh, hey there, everybody. Will doesn't click the good clips. All right, I'm looking at it.
Come along with the snorks.
It's a 4-hour timeout. Get the fuck out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Neff News. And just like always, we start with animals to warm us up, and then we build our way out. All right, first clip, cat drummer.
One day at drum practice, one of my kittens decided to climb up. And then Nemo snuck even deeper into my hoodie. The next time he started helping me play with the drumsticks. It was so funny, and I thought that was a one-time thing. But it's like he told the other cats to join the band too. People are like, how can you drum with cats all over you? And honestly, that's actually the easy part. I didn't plan to have 10 cats in my home. Many years ago, 2 kittens ran up to me on the street. They were so tiny and completely alone, there was no way I could just walk past. Quickly though, 2 kittens turned into 4. And 4 into 10.
Oh my God.
And 10 cats is
That is a cat knot.
definitely a lot. They'd sneak into the kitchen and try to take whatever food I'm making, and my bed is their bed. To calm down their antics, everything is about them. We eat together, which actually works out better than people expect. I set a separate bowl for each one of us, and everyone behaves, me included. And we stick to routine. All day, every day, it's the cats, but sometimes it's still not enough. Until I finally figured something out. I'm a musician. And all the cats would come when I practiced. They just fall asleep, even on the drums. I think the rhythm actually calmed them down, so I started to play the drums every day. And we've all just been happier than ever. They get unlimited time with me, and I, tons of purrs in return. Many people think I'm crazy for having 10 cats. They don't always say the nicest things. That drums may disturb them, which you clearly see isn't true, or that the house will be a mess. But together we are a family, especially when it comes time to rock out.
So cute.
The cats are my true passion, and I hope one day I can open a shelter to help even more cats in the future.
This guy's a Disney character. He's like an IRL Disney princess. That was so phenomenal. All right, next story. Photographer befriends a seal. Oh my God, I love seals.
Rusty Hunter is a diver and photographer. It's not the type of hobby where he expected to make friends. But to his surprise, a little white seal seemed to take an interest in him.
I felt one of her hands, kind of just touching me and grabbing my head, and she really started to kind of latch onto me.
He tells KCBS he's seen the same seal on at least a dozen different dives. While she was wary at first, he says now she approaches him freely.
A lot of people do, calling them water pups or the dogs of the ocean.
There's been many a
Bring 'em
children's movie
inside.
made about a friendship forming between a human and an animal. But Hunter says he knows how rare and special it is to have formed a bond with this sea creature.
At the end of the day, these are wild animals, and we need to treat it as a high privilege that we're even getting these experiences to begin with. It is a beautiful, awesome experience, and I appreciate it and treasure it so much.
Hunter shares his diving adventures on his Instagram account, hoping to give others the same love for the ocean as he has. For Rinside Edition.
Aw. Dude, I need seal friendship in my life bad. I think it would balance my head out. Klepto dog? Now this is a story everybody can get on board with. Crime.
What are you doing? I am Kathy Hoyt, and this is Duke's story for GeoBeats. Duke has very severe resource guarding. Duke! Most dogs have it with food, but Duke does not have it with food. He has it with the items he steals, household items.
Ah, this is awesome.
Here he comes again. He has my husband's pants. What is this? He came from a pretty erratic past. Oh, what's the matter? Oh my God. He lived in a home.
The best part is this woman's reaction. Oh, Duke, no. Oh, God. Oh, God.
That had some domestic
He's thinking about stealing again.
issues. He was rehomed several times and given up because of behavioral issues. Duke, honey. He was almost deemed
Duke, please.
unadoptable when I came across his photograph through the organization. We adopted him from called Seaver Great. I was changing sheets and things, but he decided to take the pets. He steals electronics, my Kindle, my phone, laptops. Oh my God. He has stolen a lamp framed poster art, a cooler. Oh no, he
This story is fucking incredible.
took a teapot. Oh, Doogie. He took cream.
Anonymous gifter. Holy schmoly, rock and rolly.
A sugar bowl. Just the oddest items. I hear you grumbling. I'm not going to take it now, but I'm going to take that away from you. He just places them on his bed. He guards them. What do you have? He went to sleep with this bin last night.
There is so much footage of this woman being like, no, oh, Duke, oh, please. Oh, no, don't take my dialysis machine, Duke.
Oh my God, Doogie. We've spoken
to Dookie, please.
Professionals about this, but because of his age, it's very difficult to reverse this. He turned 11 on Halloween 2025.
Loves
this pack.
He's like Smough. He's like Smough the dragon. I like how he sleeps on a pile of his treasure.
Oh, yeah,
Thief
wow,
23,
that's
thank you
very cool.
so much.
Oh, yeah. So we give him space. He will just have them around him, especially the household items.
Dude.
He just takes such comfort in them. It's really
The pizza box on the head is crazy. Mediao, thank you.
remarkable. You like it in there? Do you want to go outside on the deck in your tent? He's very intense.
Did you hear that burp?
Duke ain't steal shit.
Yeah.
You leave it out, it's his.
Yeah.
Don't complain, look at that face.
Real.
Snitches get stitches.
Real.
Legend. People have said he might have, there's something called canine dementia, where dogs take random things, but he's very intentional in everything he does.
This dog does not have canine dementia. He is just a bona fide thief.
It's Mama Duke here in the face. He has had to leave so many people and so many things behind that he's almost like a hoarder, a personality who hoards items to make him feel safe and secure. That's my whole theory on it.
Give me this air conditioner.
We'll never really know, but he's happy doing it, so we let him do it. What does he have? Oh, boy. Oh, my God.
Oh my God. Duke. Oh my God. Holy fuck. I love Duke. We got a new baby elephant, baby.
It's a girl. For the first time in
Oh,
nearly
yeah.
25 years, the National Zoo is welcoming a new Asian elephant calf.
Oh.
She was born early yesterday morning. Both mom and baby are doing well after the 21-month pregnancy. You think your pregnancy is long. News Force just
21-month pregnancy? That's how long elephants are pregnant for?
Jessica Albert is at the zoo, and she explains why it'll be a little while before the public gets to meet the new calf and how
I never knew
you can
that.
get in on picking her name.
Well, we are celebrating some very exciting news at the National Zoo. That baby Asian elephant we were waiting to be born was born yesterday. I have here with me Mr. Robbie Clark. He is the acting curator and manager of the elephants here at the zoo. Tell me all about this baby calf.
Oh my gosh, this is one of the most exciting moments, not just for the zoo, our program, for me specifically, but for the city of DC. It's been several years in the making.
For our neighbors, America, the world, really.
And to finally welcome that little calf into the world at 1:15 in the morning was amazing.
So she was born at a very modest 308 pounds, right? What was that delivery like?
It was an intense moment. It was a long process. Neelin is a first-time mom, and so our
It's
plan.
ugly? Comrade, come on. That is a baby elephant. You watch your frickin' mouth.
And for her was a little different. We wanted to make sure that she was prepared as possible to welcome a new calf into the world. The genetic population for elephants is really important. We have very few elephants that are actually capable of breeding and allowing us to have a prolific population here in the United States. So as part of our program, we actually worked with our European partners to bring Neelin and her mom from the Netherlands several years ago and pair with our male Asian elephant, Spike.
It'll be a while before the public will be able to see the new baby calf. Can you explain why?
BRB taking a lap. I respect that. I respect the self-imposed lap. So I'm only going to give you a 30-second timeout. I respect the growth.
So again, Neelan is a first-time mom, and it's really important that we help facilitate the reintroduction and the bonding time that this calf has, not only with her, but with the rest of the herd. And so privacy and time are two things that we really need to consider at this juncture in her life and in the herd's life.
In the meantime, though, people can help naming the new elephant, right?
Starting today, we're going to make a public voting process available where the public can help us determine what the name of our calf will be.
Oh, God, don't do it based on a voting system or else you're going to get gushing grannies, the elephant. Please don't do this. Please
Hey, Kevin,
don't
thank you.
fucking do this. Clavicular, the elephant. Oh, God, no. Please, no.
Wild turkeys are attacking people in a
Oh my
Janesville
God.
neighborhood. People in the area say the birds are chasing postal workers, blocking traffic, even going after kids. Our Nicole
gang of
Herzog
turkeys.
introduces us to the unfriendly new neighbors and the advice from the DNR on how you can stay safe.
Well, experts say wild turkeys flock together during the winter.
I'm not going to lie. Again, birds, I'm just punting that bird if it attacks me. You know, I'm not going to go out of my way. But like swan, goose, turkey, they attack me, I'm field goal punting that bird into the stratosphere.
Which is why they might be more noticeable during this time of year. But people in the area say this group is more aggressive than usual, creating chaos around town. A quiet street in Janesville. A new group of neighbors is starting to ruffle some feathers.
Like, hey, you want to live your best life around here? I'm about it. You know, do turkey things. But if you run up on me, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, these hands are interspecies. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing your thing. There are very few animals where if you run up on me, I'm not kicking the fucking shit out of you. And a turkey is no exception. Turkeys are not cute enough to avoid getting a fucking Timberland boot in the fucking neck. You know what I mean? Like, there are very few animals that if it was attacking me, I'd be like, don't do it. Certainly not a turkey.
I love wildlife. The turkeys were cool. You know, they brought, life to the neighborhood. As it's developed, they've become a nuisance. They block traffic. They've caused accidents. They went after my mailman.
Lawrence Meyer caught this incident on camera. Wild turkeys chasing down a postal worker. Our cameras also
I'm turning around. I'm sending that thing to China. Bang!
caught the flock chasing down a rental truck. And another mail carrier. Meyer says his son also became a target.
As he was approaching.
Thoughts on Canadian geese? I think Canadian geese are fine. I love me a Canadian goose, unless it runs up on me. And then I'm kicking it into the stratosphere.
Crossing the street, the turkeys started chasing after him. It's scary. Like, these are big birds. They're as tall as my son. And when they fluff their feathers, they're scary. They're huge.
There's been a turkey that sprints in the middle of a busy intersection every morning on my way to work for like 6 months that halts traffic like a motherfucker.
Oh my God.
It's more of a rarity than it is common.
Jason Cotter is the wildlife biologist for Rock County with the Wisconsin DNR.
We have heard of flocks in urban areas, obviously around the state, but these particular birds in Janesville have been seemingly causing a stir with folks getting in and out of cars, mailmen, children going to school.
He says birds naturally gravitate toward urban areas because it's easier for them to get food. And aggressive behavior is how they assert their dominance. The best way to combat that?
Kick it in the fucking neck.
I'm the bigger bully.
Making yourself look bigger, either using your coat, having an umbrella on hand, a plastic black garbage bag that, you can look like you're a giant turkey.
Cotter says with enough persistence from residents, the turkeys should move on. Until then,
I'm not asking as a snobby person to get rid of these turkeys.
Meyer is hoping they'll get the hint.
I want to see them thrive in their natural habitat, and I want to see these children be able to thrive in their habitat or neighborhood, if you will.
Right.
And enjoy themselves without fear of being chased by turkeys.
Okay. I found the name the elephant thing. Okay, let's think about this. I think a good name for an elephant would be I think we're gonna go. Okay, I have an idea.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
What if we named the baby elephant Dexter Jetster? What if we just put our thumb on the scale to potentially name the elephant Dexter Jetster? I think that'd be very good. Oh, it's multiple choice. Oh, and you have to donate. Well, let me see these names. Lin Mai, Tao Nu, Tun An, and Tuyet. Hey, listen, I know this elephant ain't originally from here, but I want this elephant to have an American name. How about Tom Brady, the female elephant? How about that? How about Dale Earnhardt Jr., the female elephant? I'm tired of all these names I can't pronounce. I can't tell my daughter we're going to go see Tom Young Sun. She gonna think we getting dinner. Let's name it something nice. Let's name it something American. I'm very disappointed that we couldn't put in the name Dexter Jetster, because if I could have donated money to suggest a name and I got everybody in this chat to name an elephant Dexter Jetster, that would have been very nice. All right, it's time for the World Record Roundup. World's oldest dog.
We try not to focus too much on someone's age, but when there's a Facebook called Henry the Old Dog, it's kind of unavoidable at that point. Henry's a little terrier from Brantley.
Salacious B. Crumb. The female elephant would have been fucking amazing. Salacious B. Crumb. Can you imagine some kid is like, I really want to go see Salacious B. Crumb.
County already known for how old he is, and he could soon be world famous as the oldest living dog.
Come on.
That was not a bad Salacious B. Crumb laugh.
Come on, that's it. And now you're just going to sit.
Henry isn't setting any speed records these days. But he has earned the right to move slowly or not at all, having reached what is believed to be a record age.
This is Henry. He's a little rat terrier. He's 25.
25? What?
As of the 15th of January.
Which Lori Hartman thinks makes Henry the current oldest living dog. And she is waiting to hear back from Guinness on her application for that title.
It's a process, and once we mail everything in, it's still going to take a couple weeks. Unless we raise that $800 or whatever it is, then we can bump it up. And in the back of my mind, part of me worries because you don't know how long he's going to be here.
Hartman certainly didn't know that when she and Jim Larson rescued Henry among more than 24 dogs from a breeder in 2009, taking them into their Max's Animal Rescue in Hoboken, Georgia.
We gathered all of them, trapped a bunch, and there was 29. 6 of them were pregnant.
I knew a rat terrier that lived to 20. Dude electrocuted himself twice, got hit by a car, and had Lyme disease. Those little shits are built like tanks. Oh my God.
And within 9 days, we had 50-some dogs, almost 60 dogs, in my little dining room, my 10 by 10 dining room. We have, I think, like 9 between 17 and 25.
All from that group of dogs?
All from that group. And we've had them for 16 years at this point. So He was unadoptable for a very long time.
Henry has gotten famous with his age, which, if you believe in dog years, is 175.
If Caroline makes us adopt another dog, I think I have to name him Salacious B. Crumb. Can you imagine a little old deaf dog named Salacious B. Crumb? That would be phenomenal.
Happy birthday, Henry. Say thank you.
And he has mellowed from the aggressive 9-year-old he was when he arrived at Max's Animal Rescue.
He's just the cutest little old man, you know. Everybody just thinks he's like a little old gentleman, and you know, his little hat and his little suit. He's always got a bow tie on. Always has a bow tie on. No collars no more, just the bow ties. So, and he loves them.
Hartman hopes a Guinness record will not just celebrate Henry's longevity, but help other senior dogs. She has started a fundraiser in his name to help her shelter and others continue to care for older animals.
What happens is they get lost in the shuffle. The money that's generated for rescues and shelters go to the intakes of the new dogs, the dogs that need medical, emergency medical, or new puppies. And
that dog is 140 years old in dog years.
That's great.
That's fucking crazy.
But there's got to be a little 2 to 5% little line for the seniors left in rescue.
176? What? Wait, I thought a dog year was oh, he's 25. You're right. You're right. I did 20. Oh my God.
And what we want to do is raise enough money to,
my God. Holy shit.
You know, not only help the couple we have, but, you know, to help other groups.
For now, though, Henry keeps waiting for confirmation on a title that Hartman has been wondering about for a few years.
As he kept aging, going, oh my God, he's going to be this age, he's going to be 20. Oh my God, are you going to make it to 21? You know, and then it's, oh my God, are you going to make it to 22 and 23? And, you know, as it gets like to August, September of the year, you're like, come on, Henry, you're going to do it till January. You got to do it, buddy. You know, so then, you know, he just hangs in there and we're good.
Henry.
What a fucking cutie. World's longest car? What?
26 wheels. It could probably hold up to about 75 people if we wanted to put them in it. Later on today, we're going
to... What the fuck is this?
26 wheels. It could probably hold up to about 75 people if we wanted to put them in it. Later on today, we're going to land a helicopter on it. It has a putting green. It has a pool. This was the original record holder for the longest car/limousine in the world.
What?
The original design was by Jay Ohlberg out of Burbank, California in the 80s. And today we've beaten the record by a fraction, but it is still longer than it was originally.
What? That looks like a fucking train.
I found the car was in very poor
Dude, we found the Aphex twin car. Oh my God.
condition. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, it was -1.
Doug Dibodome's car.
I found the car in New Jersey. It was rotting behind a warehouse, and I put a bid on it and I won it. I was completely rusted through to the ground, basically a piece of junk. I had the car in New York for 8 years. I had it shipped down here to Florida. Mike actually had it shipped down, Mike Deza. Mike's vision was to restore it. On the way down, the hood blew off the car on 95.
No.
Never to be found again. I don't know where it is. So thankfully we had 3 donor cars.
Oh my God. Some poor motorcycler got killed by the hood of the longest car.
As we took one of the hoods. We started the restoration project about 2.5 years ago. It was August. It was hot here in Florida. We set a game plan. So we took 3 donor cars, we cut them up, we replaced the whole cab of the car so we could drive it. The engine was replaced, all the tires were replaced, helipad was redone.
The helipad?
Pool was redone. On the inside of the vehicle, we have seating for passengers. We have carpeting, we have leather, we have vinyl, we have LED lighting. This can be configured for any type of party, any type of design.
Why the fuck does it need a helipad?
That you'd want, but it could hold up to 75 people. Any day of the week. What I found surprising with the car is when we started fixing it and we started taking it apart, it was 6 Eldorados that were put together, but the middle section had to be fabricated from scratch. and it kind of reminds you of the construction of a bridge.
6 Eldorados.
I mean, just an enormous undertaking to do this type of job.
Wow.
6 Eldorados. Each one of them weigh
Oh my God. It's actually the fucking Aphex Twin car.
a little over 5,000 pounds. So we used 6 of them, but we didn't use every part of them. So when you add the steel in,
holy fuck.
I would say 25,000 pounds would be a good guess. Maybe we'll weigh it one day and we'll really find out. There are pictures of this limousine with the helicopter, but there is no actual footage of that helicopter landing on it. And we're going to do it today here at Desertland.
Yeah, we have this thing, but no fucking trains.
The main difficulty in driving this car is finding...
I would assume it would be the length. Phil, I assume that the main difficulty would be the length. I assume that the main difficulty would be the length.
I'm boss.
Yes.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
Will, a while back I was driving to my grandma's on
God
I-90
damn
on my
it.
Harley and got taken out by a random hood. Do you have a movie suggestion for me to get over revisiting this trauma?
Memories of a Murder. Check out Memories of a Murder. It's a great movie.
Straight road. For it to turn, you need a real wide radius because of the length of it. Similar to what the president does. He has to map out his route to where he's going. That's what we would have to do. We would have to map out a route and know where we're going to turn. It's not for everyday driving, obviously. We talked about maybe turning it into an electric
It's not?
vehicle. That would take 26 motors, one for each wheel. The battery, I don't know how big it's got to be, but we have plenty of room for that battery. So maybe you'll see the biggest electric vehicle in the world. People react to the car.
I love how she's going over it. Like there's anything fucking close to this in the record books. Shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, let me just check. Ooh, I have to do a close inspection of the cockpit to verify that this car is 40 fucking feet long.
Like they can't believe that it's even real. They think it's like a model in a magazine.
Yes, let me just, of course, let me make sure that this is seaworthy.
When they see it, even in the condition before it was restored, it was an attraction.
It's for the cameras, Will. I know what it's for. It still upsets me.
It is 30.538 meters long, which is 100 feet and 1.5 inches long for everybody that doesn't use.
That's fucking insane.
Meters.
Congratulations. This is officially amazing.
You know, you kind of see something that's almost impossible to do, and it's a challenge. And you say, I could do it. People say you're crazy, but we did it, and here it is. And eventually, we're going to extend it. I don't know how long we're going to make it, but...
No, why? Why would you do that?
I guess as long as we can. The sky's the limit. Well, the road's the limit.
Bro, I swear that is a great example of why if penis lengthening surgery was as accessible as hair transplants, there would be men with like 8-foot cocks. There is no reason to make that vehicle longer. You can't drive it off the lot. You can't take it anywhere. You can't do anything with it. But there would be dudes with 8-foot penises that would be completely unusable by any female or male partner. And they'd still be like, we can add another inch. Doctor, please, I'm begging you. It's 16 Eldorados long. Man's reach outpaces his grasp. All right, social media. Frenchman. Hospital evacuated after 8-inch... World War II or World War I artillery shell discovered in patients, but he had some explosive indigestion. Seinfeld sound effect. A hospital in France was evacuated after a male patient arrived with a World War I artillery shell lodged in his backside. According to the Bum Shell report, the unnamed 24-year-old had been rushed to the emergency unit in Toulouse last Saturday night. Daily Mail reported the poor fellow was in a state of extreme discomfort, having inserted a large object in his rectum. That does not look comfortable. That does not look comfortable. Surgeons conducted emergency surgery during which they discovered the shocking source of the pain.
I'm a stud.
A live
ballsy.
8-inch bombshell from
no shit from
1918.
anyone.
So someone literally shot a load into his bum.
That is correct. Fearing a potential fire in the hole. Okay, Yahoo had way too much fun with this. And hospital, medical personnel alerted the bomb squad and fire brigade and evacuated the facility. Meanwhile, a security perimeter was formed around the medical center as the authorities investigated the explosive situation. Fortunately, the retro munition was also pointed and over an inch wide, was not deemed a threat. The bomb disposal experts took the shell with them while the patient, a French national, remained at the hospital so he could recover from surgery. It is unclear how the antique ordnance ended up in the man's posterior. Yes, go ahead.
Why are we? You know what? Never mind, brother. Hope you're having a great Monday.
Thank you. Thank you. Could have been the result of a party stunt gone awry. I would love to know what party that happened. Mon petit péché. Skyline, the neighborhood superhero.
So I go by Skyline, local superhero here in Albuquerque. Maybe coming to a town near you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh. My parents left when I was 15. I was out on the streets.
All right, Skyline.
Ooh, the scary night people are gonna come out and grab you.
Are you filming this?
Speed Jeremiah. I like that. Say what's up.
Oh my God.
My main goal is to inspire people to do better, do good things for their community.
What is the difference between a rooster and a whore?
Oh my God.
Keep it in place so I could kick no.
We'll never know the answer.
I'm Skyline, and this is Human Project. Yeah, I gotta get off. Sorry. I was just helping him get the wheelchair on real quick. Have a good night. I decided to focus a little bit more on civil services because, well, personally, I kind of find that more important. Oh, I got 2 sandwiches left. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to make this
dude fucking rules.
superhero thing like a full-time thing with making YouTube videos about it and stuff. Yeah. I'm a local superhero. I go by Skyline.
Dude, I love that his goal is not stopping crime, but just being an aid to the homeless. What a gem of a human being.
I go by New York.
How do you think Albuquerque does handling or like helping the homeless people?
Okay, I have a good Albuquerque story that I've probably told before. It's a really funny Albuquerque story. So when I was back in the day making film with the documentary group that I made film with, I was like an intern essentially. And we were going to go film something in Albuquerque about illegal police searches using canines. Essentially, we were one of the first to like really focus on that cops were creating false triggers in canine units. You got this, Will? Albuquerque, I don't fucking care. Albuquerque, I don't give a shit. And nor do you. Fuck you and your fucking entire life. Albuquerque. So anyway, we were doing a story on dogs triggering caused by police officers, and then police officers doing like rectum searches and shit on people they had pulled over based on false triggers. And it was really easy for them to false trigger dogs. So we were going to Albuquerque, and my boss at the time was this really fucking funny guy. And he's like, Albuquerque is one of the worst cities on the planet. And I was like, no way, dude. It can't be that bad. And he's like, it's horrible. It's a nightmare place. And I was like, no. And we get there and we're driving into the city. And I'm like, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty nice. And he's like, you know what? It looks pretty good today. And I go, look, there's a businessman right there on the corner. And there's a guy in a full suit with a briefcase on the corner as we're driving into town. And this is not a joke. This is not an exaggeration. The guy drops to his knees, opens up his suitcase, and pukes into his suitcase, like projectile vomits so much into his suitcase, and then closes it and stands up. And my boss looks at me and goes, told you. And I have never laughed harder in my life. I was in tears. I was sobbing because I had never seen anything like that in my entire life. It lives with me in my mind palace as something that belongs in a Coen Brothers movie, but I saw happen in real life. I could not believe such a thing happened. In perfect
That was
cue.
me. I ate some bad New Mexico sushi.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Pretty poorly, to be honest. They're trying to just
What was he on? I didn't stop to ask him, I'll be honest with
rid
you.
of them, make them go someplace
Why not just throw up in the street? I don't think he was in his right mind.
else, as if they have someplace else to go. And that's not really the answer, you know? It seemed pretty cold. Of course, have a good night.
How long were you living on the street for?
Dude, that's so fucking rad that he gave the Emperor socks, despite the fact that this guy has blown up multiple planets and, you know, bad.
Of course,
Killed
have a
all
good
the
night.
Jedi.
How long were you living on the street for?
Not too long, to be honest. Only about 8 months. This was back in high school, though, so the word passed really quick for a high schooler on the street. Never had to apprehend anybody. For the most part, I'm really good at de-escalating people. I'm like, my demeanor is usually very, haha, you know, let's all have fun.
1, 2, 3.
Up and ready.
What is happening here?
Had a year and a half of Navy experience as well.
Okay.
I was honorably discharged a little early for mental health reasons, if you couldn't tell by the outfit and coming out here at night.
Dude, my favorite part of his outfit is he wears tabbies like the fucking Merman Rider.
Health disparity I mentioned, it's never going to go away, and it's only going to get worse. There's no amount of police you can throw at it. There's no amount of superheroes you could throw at it. When I turned 18, I tried being a police service aide, and I found out I passed everything, except for the background check where they do a credit score.
Comrade Shackleford, thank you so much.
Check. I didn't know you needed good credit to be a police officer, so I could kick no problem.
I did not know that either.
Oh, wait, let's see that again. Let's see that again.
Can I get that flashlight? That one there? Yeah. I need a flashlight so damn bad.
Right on the East Coast, you sick fuck.
Doing this.
Yes, exactly. That's right.
Yeah. Exactly.
What is the difference between a rooster and
I just want to prepare you guys. Oh, he's going to answer our question finally. I just want to prepare you guys. Tomorrow, there's going to be at least 10 hours of Mugenics. I don't expect any of you to watch, but I want to let you know that in my real life, I play endless hours of The Binding of Isaac, and I am committed.
A rooster and a whore. Now, you're gonna love this.
A rooster and a whore.
Yeah, what's the difference? You know what the difference is?
No, what is
a
it?
rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo, a horse says in a cock-a-doodle.
My chain whip. This thing here.
The transition from that to a chain whip just gave me a chain whip. I almost broke my neck moving from any cockle-doo to my chain whip.
I'm boss.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
Well, back in the day, I remember watching a Hussein IRL stream where he violently puked in a suitcase in Albuquerque while they're demonstrating for the high prices of luggage. Thought I saw you drive by, but not 100% sure.
Of all the donations like that, that was the dumbest. May God have mercy on your soul.
Very nice.
Give me a hug.
Oh, of course. Let me scooch that over there. It usually ends up costing me too much of my paycheck. I was actually at
Did you say 10 hours of eugenics? No, Mugenics. It's a new game coming out.
Watch just this last Sunday. That's what this was really used.
Is the Rat King interview still on? Yeah, we talked about it. So if in case you guys ever want to know stream news, we always do stream news in the first like 30 minutes of the stream. I'm going to repeat it for everybody here, and then I'm just going to ignore messages in the chat. Peace and love. Peace and love. The 30th anniversary is on the 26th. We're giving out Pokemon packs, slabs. We're doing like $3,000 of Pokemon stuff on the 26th. Please show up. Every fucking time we do a giveaway, there's someone who shows up and is like, I didn't know, I missed it. Peace and love. It is on the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Second, at some point, the 27th, is it the 27th? It's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. It's going to be a fucking holiday. It's going to be huge. On the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, we're giving away Pokemon. I don't know what it's 26, 27. I don't know. And then Miles, I got in contact with him. I got delayed for the Super Bowl. It's going to be at some point this week. We're just waiting to hear back with him. I'm in a group chat. I will let you guys know as soon as I know, but that's going to be a nice long stream. It's going to be very fun. Any other stream news? Nope. I think that's it. All right, cool.
For getting different ICE members on faces, identifications, license plates, numbers, stuff like that. One of them followed me to my car.
This dude is insanely based.
Okay, let me hook you up with one of these.
Wait, what is this? First partner illustration collections, Wave 1 starter Pokemon promos revealed. Oh my God. These are fire. These three are going to go absolutely fucking bonkers. Wow. Okay, sorry.
Let me get you some electrolytes too. Bam. Most people think it looks cool and they're like, oh, what are you doing? Some cosplay thing? And I'm like, yeah, filming, helping out, you know, just having.
Gen 10 is going to get announced on the 27th also. Just let the starters be cool, man.
Fun while I do community service.
Look, in my mind, I'm a superhero. Did you see my wig?
Hell yeah. What's your superhero name?
Emerald.
Emerald. That's awesome. Of course. You like do hugs?
Yeah.
Have a great one.
Cheers, bro. Good night.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You know what's really interesting? Oh, let's
marketing aspect to why I wear the mask. It adds to the allure of a superhero and stuff. And so my plan is to just keep it on, generate conversation, and then once there's a large enough reason, then I'll do a demasking video or unmask, you know, a face reveal.
Okay, here's what I'll say. Recently, we talked about a study that came out that was fascinating. And that was they monitored the behavior of people on subway cars when someone was dressed as Batman in the fucking subway car. And the behavior of people was infinitely better when Batman was on the New York subway with people, which is so bizarre to say out loud as a real thing. I do think that helping people feels good. And I think we forget that sometimes. And it is amazing that you almost need to have like a functioning delusion, right? That you are a superhero to engage in just going out and helping people again and reminiscing in like how good that feels to be like a symbol for good. Thank God for people like Skyline, man. It feels good to help people. It feels good to go out and be a good person. We need to believe in that again. What a good dude. Mr. Plow? Wait a minute. Homer Simpson? It's Mr. Plow.
Yeehaw! Wow! I've got this electric cargo bike, and
he's doing street plowing with a bike?
The idea came to me last year to try putting a plow on the front of it and seeing if I could push it along. And it worked surprisingly well. And then I made a second version of the plow that's more of kind of a split design.
I had a box in my car with food, drinks, and drug tests that I give to panhandlers in my city. You can do it too, chat. Be the change.
That's dope. Good on you.
And I finally had the opportunity last night to take it out for a bit of a test ride.
Oh, the noise.
I kind of went out, not really expecting to be out for very long, but it was going so well. It was working so well, and it was so fun once I got started.
I'm hyped for Nugenics as well, and will definitely be watching the stream.
I'm so juiced. I'm actually so juiced.
Like people were like waving at me and like laughing. It was really a fun time. And then I got hungry, so I was like, well, I'm gonna get some Vietnamese food.
Real
from
based.
downtown. So I thought, well, why don't I plow my way into the city? Folks in cars were just kind of like looking and kind of laughing, kind of not believing their eyes with what they were seeing because it was working so well. Like I was biking along and there was just a wave of snow on either side, just blasting around me. And then of course I passed a few pedestrians and a few cyclists.
I do service calls. I repair appliances, and this is how I get around, is this bike. And also, a couple years ago, I started an electric bike company, Sustainawave. So I also build electric bikes now. So it kind of started with me riding around for my service work and finding it hard to get around on snow days. And I thought, it'd be really nice if some of these bike lanes were plowed, and then it just sort of came together for me.
Insane. All right. The fact that they didn't have the Mr. Plow song is absolutely disgusting.
Look, there we are!
It may be on a lousy channel, but The Simpsons are on TV.
Our driveway's snowed in. Old Man Winter!
That's right. I fill your driveways with ice and snow. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. That's what. Stop.
Mr. Plow!
Get out, you lousy season. All right, I'm going. My head hurts. I have to lie down for a while. Hello, I'm Mr. Plow. Are you tired of having your hands cut off by snow blowers and the inevitable heart attacks that come with shoveling snow?
Uh-huh.
Then call Klondike 53226. Call now and receive a free t-shirt. He could still surprise you.
But I'm a real tightwad. Can I afford this remarkable system?
Absolutely. My prices are so low, you'll think I've suffered brain damage.
You are fully bonded and licensed by the city, aren't you, Mr. Plow?
Shut up, boy. So remember, call Mr. Plow. That's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
Perfect. Call Mr. Plow. That's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow. All right. Grandpa Plow? Wait, we have another plow-based story? Oh, shit. Another plow-based story. Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh, I accidentally clicked the wrong link. Hold on. Call Mr. Plow. That's my name. That's my name. It's Mr. Plow. Maybe it's best if we enjoy this one on silent. Okay. All right. I get the point. I get the point. That noise just scrambled my brain. Rancho Shazam. What's my name? Mr. Plow. That name again is Mr. Plow.
The scenery on California's 101 is legendary. But just over the Corte Madre Bridge in Marin County, there's a scenic view like no other.
Okay, this is a 3-minute story. I'm going to go grab a snack real quick. I'll be right back. Forgive me!
This I call Picnic Point because of the giant picnic table.
It's a little hard to explain, but what you're looking at is the culmination of, well, a lot of things.
So this is my English phone booth. This is a repurposed crane. My first vertical garden. The tidal controller, it works in conjunction with the moon.
Like I said, a culmination of a lot of things.
Yeah.
To understand what this place is, you really have to ask Lee Greenberg what it is.
This is the Rancho Shazam School of Art and TS.
What does the TS stand for?
Technical stuff.
The technical part of the self-proclaimed art school is questionable, but perhaps the bigger question is what kind of art this is.
It's a work in progress.
A work in progress that Lee started back in 1989 when he bought this cheap, flood-prone property.
This is my preferred method of flood control. This is fence post concrete.
The floods come and go, and so do the crowds of curious looky-loos who have to pull off the 101 for a unique selfie.
My sister's visiting from San Diego, so I was like, we gotta go to that picnic bench, the giant one I was telling you about. Yeah.
Like any kind of art, it can be interpreted in different ways. And in the case for Rancho Shazam, it's received some positive and negative interpretation.
Well, I use a lot of found objects, and that has gotten me into difficulty with the county because they have consistently labeled this a junkyard.
At the entrance of Rancho Shazam, Lee proudly displays his last code violation from Marin County. He's still coming to grips with the idea that code enforcement sees his treasure as trash.
The county does not realize if you use found objects, you have to accumulate the objects until you can fashion them into something.
Yeah. Lee likes to argue that if someone names or calls something art, then it's art. Like the centerpiece in his fish pond.
This is a statue, a fountain that I made. I call it Honey, Call the Plumber.
And when his found objects start piling up like this PVC pipe collection, Lee simply disguises them.
I make my own bamboo, and if I ever need a piece of PVC, I just have to clean up the ends.
It doesn't cost a thing to tour Rancho Shazam. Lee does, however, want visitors to keep an open mind and don't mind the artistic mess.
I have to say that this is the maid's year off.
From the scenic views at Rancho Shazam, I'm John Bartel. Hope to see you on the back road.
Cute old trash man. All right. Hazmat the robot. Oh, don't let him go to Philly, for God's sake.
76 feet tall, Tulsa's Golden Driller is Oklahoma's tallest sculpture and in the top 10 tallest in the entire U.S.
But if you stood him up, a new sculpture Galen Culver is about to show you would come in a very close second.
His name is Hazmat, and he's still getting a lot of attention in Norman, even weeks after his unveiling.
We love
love this thing.
Let's say you have a pile of 16 leaky, rusty old dumpsters and you want to do something creative with them.
Exactly.
Something big.
This is massive. There was a lot of metal.
That's where
I love him. I love him.
Hazmat came from.
Hazmat with 2 T's.
The city of Norman had a little leftover money after building their new household and hazardous waste facility, says manager Michelle Loudenbach.
So it just made sense to have a piece that was something that
Is he jorking his shit? He's holding a flower.
showed what happens with creativity and environmental responsibility coming together.
Artists Kenneth Hall and Derek Voston got to work with torches and cutters and turned that green scrap metal into a giant robot.
He just kind of kicked back. He's got a flower in his hand and he's enjoying life, looking out over the trees there.
Even lying down, it's 23 feet from the ground to the top of his head.
I love him. Yeah. It's so cool.
Much taller if he stood up.
If he stood up, he would be 65 foot tall.
Matt is meant to be an inviting figure who reminds us all to consider where we put household and hazardous waste products.
It's the largest thing I've ever worked on.
He's certainly inviting more people to this facility, even if they don't use it.
This is pretty darn cool.
Since his unveiling in mid-January, all kinds of people are stopping by, observant children especially.
Hi.
One 4-year-old we met named Jude noticed our camera on the day we were there.
Why is there a camera right here?
But his mom, April, says he likes to stop all the time.
Though, but yeah, we're robot regulars.
A facility like this, even a new one, tends to be utilitarian.
He's bigger than me.
Hazmat is that cool reminder, a big, gentle fellow who's always there to thank you for doing the right thing and to invite you back real soon.
He's going to be here for as long as we can keep him, which we're going to try to do.
In Norman, Galen Culver, News 4. Is this a...
I always love to see people rediscover that art enriches people. It's always funny to see like American Small News be like, and people love it. Well, it's nice to look at. It makes me feel good. The Wheels Dealer.
Well, if you grew up with a hula hoop.
Oh, fuck.
Well, if you grew up with a hula hoop, maybe an easy bake oven, there's a good chance you also had a few Hot Wheels around your house.
All 3 toys were popular in the late 1960s, but only one of them has evolved into a $1 billion collector's market. Tony has more on today's all-new Behind the Wheel.
Like a lot of kids, Randy Attar grew up with a few Hot Wheels in his toy box. Here he is turning 8 and blowing out the candles on his Hot Wheels birthday cake. In those days, any car would do.
I like the Beach Bum. I like the 917.
But as he got older, he grew more selective.
These are original red lines, so from the first year.
Okay. Are there any Hot Wheels collectors in chat? Because there is something like a rare Hot Wheels shiny where like the packaging is different and the car is slightly different. Correct? What is that? The car is upside. No, that's not it. What are these things, right? It's the packaging is different. Chase cars? No, it's something. Is it chase car? What's treasure hunt? Hold on, let me look it up. Hot Wheels treasure hunt. They were randomly picked. Wait, they were randomly packed into cases with only 10,000 of each vehicle. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so there's like treasure hunt vehicles that go out randomly. Usually a car that is painted in a shimmery color made with rubber wheels. Interesting.
Here's still in the package.
The problem was he discovered that the cars he really wanted were nowhere to be found.
I was sort of just getting fed up with not finding what I wanted. You know,
When I say every day, I mean every day. The first thing when the Target I work at opens, the Hot Wheels guys are in there digging through the Hot Wheels, and they're looking for treasure hunts, or they are looking for higher quality of variants. Yes, for Hot Wheels nerds, it's spectral paint and real riders tires. Interesting. Stamped with TH on to signify a treasure hunt or on the back of the displayed card. Fascinating.
that's when I started going outsourcing, seeing like antique store. There was nobody around.
And that's when the wheels really started turning.
Something in my head just clicked, like, just start a business. Work smarter, not harder.
Today, he's one of the biggest dealers of die-cast cars in the Northwest, with over 100,000 cars on hand for sale or trade.
You might have something that's beat up worth, $5-10, but something in mint condition, $200,000-$300,000.
2-3 what?
The difference between a car that sells for $5 or $5,000 all comes down to rarity and condition.
When you go down the rabbit hole of Hot Wheels, you start to find out like interior variations, base variants. There's just so many people collect different ways that it just snowballs into madness.
That madness is fueled by the notion that the more you know, the more you realize you have so much more to know.
Before I opened the store, I thought I knew Hot Wheels, and I still don't know. Every day I'm learning.
When Hot Wheels first came out, they were mainly sold to kids. Today, those kids are all grown up and don't mind spending a few bucks for a piece of their past.
This one is special to me. I always keep it at home, but this one's probably about $1,500. Somebody might see a car in there for a year and not buy it. I might have a new customer walk in and say, I had that when I was a kid, that military police, and has to have it.
As for the ones Randy has to have,
I'm a Porsche collector. I'm a big Porsche collector. My favorite, probably the Porsche GT2 for Hot Wheels.
How many of those do you have?
I'm gonna admit, I bought a Hot Wheels set for my nephews at Christmas this year, and that shit, dude. These kids were bro. I'm telling you. No video game, nothing else hit the way. It was a big set where it was like a lizard and they flew down the track and then they did like a loop and came back and went down. And then you could open like the lizard's mouth and they would shoot out. And we spent like 2 hours shooting cars off of everything you could imagine. Like any heightened surface we could get to, they were like, let's go launch a car off that. They fucking loved it. We called it science. And like their mom was like, come on, like let dinner. And they're like, we're doing science. We're doing science with Uncle Will. We have to finish this science. It was truly incredible. I was having the most fun ever.
Almost all of them.
Randy has bought, sold, and traded Hot Wheels with customers all over the world. Most of them find him on Instagram.
You get consumed by it.
Is it going to get worse?
It's already worse.
But he still considers his Wheels dealer hobby store as just that, a hobby. His real business is selling full-size cars at his Southeast Portland auto dealership.
I'd focus on my real car dealership, but like this is just like my hobby that literally snowballed.
Randy has 2 boys who help keep all these wheels in motion, along with his very patient wife, Marissa.
She stopped caring because it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. My living room, my garage is full, and she just says, keep it in a corner and deal with it.
So she's cool about it?
Yeah, she's cool about it now. In the beginning, she thought I was crazy, but...
Now she knows you are for sure.
So I always say I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid.
Tony Martinez, Fox 12 Oregon.
Nice. You ever see the dude who buys... Okay, I'll let you say it.
You ever see the dudes who buy Hot Wheels peel off the top shell and custom hand build a full radio controlled chassis to mount it to? That's 1/64th scale. So tiny.
I have never seen that. That sounds very cool, though. Baby and the Jury? What is
We've
this?
all heard creative excuses to get out of jury duty, but one person in
4-year-old gets jury duty summons. Time to become a citizen.
Connecticut has an excuse that's airtight. She's only 4 years old.
I actually breathed a sigh of relief when I saw it wasn't my name on it. And then it took me a second. I'm like, wait a minute, why is my daughter's name on this jury summons?
More than 500,000 Connecticut residents are summoned for jury duty each year. But unlike Zara Ibrahimi, most are not in preschool.
I took it with a little bit of humor, and I sent over my wife a text, and I said, hey, looks like Zara's getting summoned to jury duty.
With her reporting date of April 15th approaching, her dad tried to get her up to speed on her civic responsibility.
She's like, what's that? And I'm like, it's where you listen and you decide if someone's guilty or not guilty. And she goes, I'm just a baby.
So how did a 4-year-old get summoned? The government gets names from a variety of sources, some of which do not include birth dates.
There was a free text box, so I put in, I haven't even completed preschool yet. Please excuse me.
Now, Zara, maybe a good jury.
I'm going to use the same excuse when I get fucking jury duty summons. I'm just a baby. I can't do it. I'm just a baby. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, we have an update. Woo! We got an update, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. This is cool. We got an updated. Dude, this is cool. Check this out. We have an updated piece of art for our gym set. You guys want to take a quick look? You guys want to see?
Or in the future.
Hey, yo, check this out. Respect the technique. How sick is that, bro? I love her. I love her. Cooking. Absolutely cooking. As I said, that merch will become available shortly. All right. The Sandcastle Man band.
A fallout between a famous San Diego sandcastle maker and the Hotel del Coronado. ABC 10 News reporter Jane Kim covers how the decades-long connection collapsed for now.
Sandcastles. Bill Pavlaka's projects on the beaches next to the Hotel del Coronado for almost 20 years. Okay. Bill is known as the Sandcastle Man and says he enjoys putting these art spectacles together.
Well, I enjoyed.
Bill was a blessing.
Doing them. They're fun. They're relaxing. People really like them.
But in a letter to Bill from the Hotel Del, the hotel said that Bill is, quote, no longer permitted to operate the Sandcastle Man or any other business on the premises of the Hotel del Coronado.
Why?
The hotel says Bill violated hotel policies and said that his consumption of alcohol resulted in a, quote, negative guest experience.
Oh, no.
Bill denies those claims.
I wasn't drinking. And I told him I wasn't drinking, and he said, don't even go there. And I said, I wasn't drinking. And right now, I have a soda. I'm diabetic, so it's hard for me to drink. I usually have a sugar-free soda is what I usually drink.
Attack 730. Huh. Interesting. Thank you so much for the subscription.
Or iced tea.
He also says he was reported for the latest Sandcastle message he made, something he didn't think was controversial.
I'll paraphrase it at least. It was, get your facts first and distort them as you please. It was a Mark Twain message. And
he did a fuck ice Sandcastle and they banned him.
Somebody complained, I guess, and, somebody's going to complain about any message.
Bill's hopeful this.
That's crazy. No.
Isn't the end, but is uncertain about what the future holds.
Maybe it's just time. I'll be okay with that. Somebody else might come in there and want me back. Who knows? And maybe they won't.
In Coronado, Jane Kim, ABC 10 News.
That is fucking tragic. That is so fucking sad. That is so fucking sad, bro. Oh my God, just bummed me the fuck out. Guy making sandcastles that everybody loves does an anti-ICE, anti-administration fucking message, and they're like, you're banned. Never make castles again. Oh, fuck. That sucks. Car wash trap.
She's trapped in a car wash.
I am trapped. Like, I still have soap and everything.
No!
All over this car. All the doors are closed.
It's a fully automated car wash. Yep, that means there are no workers.
No fucking shot.
Let her out.
I'm pushing the emergency button.
No!
Door is not opening. I cannot get out.
This is like a liminal space. This is like a backrooms video. This would actually scare the shit out of me.
Someone let me out.
Felicia Sullivan didn't know what to do and gave a play-by-play of her ordeal in the car wash in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Felicia had just left work because she had a stomach flu. She had hoped to head straight home, but she got sick to her stomach, and let's just say she felt obligated to stop at the car wash to clean her car.
No, she had just puked in her car?
Fighting time before I started getting sick again.
Oh, wow. So it didn't help that she found herself locked inside the car wash.
I've been trapped in here for about 20 minutes now. Nothing. I've tried, hello? I've been in here going on 30
emergency open button didn't work. Oh, she getting paid.
minutes now. Doors will not open.
How long were you stuck inside?
57 minutes.
57 minutes.
Okay, that could have been so much worse.
Minutes? At last, Felicia sees shadows of feet under the door. She's finally rescued. Would you ever go through that bay again?
Never. I will not go through that bay again. I'll stick to the outside where you spray it yourself.
Dude, that was... I would be so... I'm not gonna lie. I would go right through that garage door like a fucking bull in a china shop. I would go through that door so fast, I would turn it into fucking tinsel. All right, Kid Hero is our next story.
This is the moment a harrowing nightmare for a mother and her young children remarkably came to an end.
I just said, all right.
Oh, this is the kid that swam. He literally dragged their raft. This kid's a fucking the GOAT.
Not today, not today, not today. I have to keep on going.
Austin Appleby, his mother, and two younger siblings were paddleboarding and kayaking while on vacation in southwestern Australia Friday when police say rough conditions swept them out to sea. His mother, Joanne, was faced with the unimaginable, trying to save 13, 12, and 8-year-old children. Austin is the oldest.
One of the hardest decisions I ever had to make was to say to Austin, try and get to shore and get some help. This could get really serious really quickly.
Austin raced toward shore on a kayak, but police say it took on water. So he swam roughly 2.5 miles to dry land.
I was really scared. I was just thinking in my head, like thinking I was going to make it through.
And 4 hours after he set out, Austin says he made it to shore, only to then have to sprint over a mile to get to a
fucking legend, mate. Fucking legend.
Phone.
I said I need helicopters, I need planes, I need boats. My family's out at sea. I was very calm about it.
Legendary.
I think it was just a lot of shock, like just went through my mind.
Rescue 1, can you advise if there are any injuries of the people you have on board? Over.
About 2.5 hours after police got the alert, this rescue helicopter crew spotted Austin's mother, brother, and sister clinging to a paddleboard.
I thought they were dead. I had a lot of guilt in my heart.
Because, you know, I thought, oh man, I wasn't fast enough.
But now, the family's together again.
Wow.
I'm speechless at his efforts, but at the same time, I knew he could do it.
I can't be prouder to be
Chad.
his younger brother.
And Jesse joins us now. What else are we hearing from the family about those hours they spent stranded in the water, and how are they doing tonight?
Yeah, so Ellison, the family's working through a range of injuries from what they've shared. You can imagine they might be having to recuperate for some time after going through something like this. One of the things that the family shared about how they got through this is the family describing playing games, joking, trying to treat this like a game-like atmosphere. And you can imagine trying to keep a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old in the water there with you on that paddleboard, trying to keep them swimming, floating, trying to keep them alert while your other child is out there trying to get help. And you have no idea if your 13-year-old has made it to shore, is okay themselves to be doing this. So just truly an unbelievable situation. Sounds like the biggest physical issue that the family is dealing with overall is all of them seem to have sore legs. But the mother also says that she's concerned about some long-term mental health impacts from this as well. So certainly something that you can imagine this family's going to be thinking about for quite a while.
What a complex ordeal. NBC's Jesse Kirsch, thank you. We appreciate it.
What a complex ordeal. That kid is a fucking Chaduary. All right. Magic mushroom store closing? Wait a minute.
Windsor police have once again raided an illegal magic mushroom shop.
Fun guys.
Downtown, move the owners say marks the 14th raid and the final straw. This time, police allege they found not only psychedelics, but crystal meth. CTV's Travis Fortnum reports.
After yet another police raid, the operators of an illegal psilocybin dispensary in Windsor say they are finally shutting the doors. A Fun Guy spokesperson identifying himself only as David telling CTV News, "We're very, very upset, terribly upset about this. This is very, very out of hand." Upset, he says, because of what police allege they seized in the most recent raid, which police call the 9th, but Fun Guys says is the 14th since opening in 2023. When they went in on Friday, investigators allege they seized more than 9 grams of crystal meth.
What?
Fun Guys has long says they're making us unable to make sure the stores run properly. I mean, they're doing their jobs, we're trying to do our job.
I'm sure police are frustrated with the whole thing.
CTV public safety analyst Chris Lewis says repeat raids are costly.
You just don't go into a place with one officer and a flashlight. You have to have a number of officers to execute a warrant. So it is resource intensive.
Fun Guys ownership has told CTV Windsor before that the store would close, but it didn't. This time, David says the alleged meth seizure changes everything. He says Fun Guys altogether have been through 160 to 170 raids across all locations. Wow. And not once have ever been anything like that. This is the first time that has happened. Windsor police say the investigation is ongoing. The employee charged has not yet had the allegations tested in court. Travis Fortnum, CTV News.
Bro, it is crazy that this country is still so afraid of psilocybin mushrooms. It is crazy. It is nuts that many police resources are being used to just fuck with a fucking mushroom dispensary. Which, by the way, I just want to inform everybody of the law. Anybody here right now in the majority of the states can go. Oh, that's Canada? That's fascinating. Anybody in the United States right now can go and buy psilocybin mushrooms, spores, under the pretense that you're doing so for like botany purposes. Like you're allowed to do that. So I think the world has to get on track and just kind of be like, all right, mushrooms they're not dangerous. I'm going to skip this story and go right to crime and danger. Australia cracks down on illegal e-bikes.
9 News has obtained shocking video of the moment a young e-bike rider crashes in Brisbane's Clem Jones Tunnel. The teenager riding with a group of thrill seekers filming themselves taking over city roads and almost hitting pedestrians.
head on into a wall in the Clem Jones tunnel.
Oh my
a teenage
God.
boy topples over the handlebars of his e-bike at Wollongabba as other young riders speed by.
He ran into the wall and did a front flip over his bars.
No way, is he good?
I don't know.
Who crashed? Should we go back? We can't leave him.
He was taken to hospital in a stable condition with an arm injury after the more than 20-minute long ride out yesterday. A group of dozens weaving carelessly through Brisbane city traffic.
This guy's flying.
Narrowly dodging pedestrians as they film themselves.
That pedestrian just tried to stop that kid.
As they film themselves speeding toward cars on the wrong side of the road, all while encouraging each other to perform reckless stunts. Themselves speeding toward pedestrians. Narrowly.
This guy is running towards this child.
Dodging pedestrians as they film themselves speeding toward cars on the wrong side of the road, all while encouraging each other to perform reckless stunts.
Keep it up, keep it up. Yeah, bro. Hey, do a burnout.
It's a red light. Still, you don't stop a kid on a bike by fucking pushing him. That is so dangerous. What's the goal there? To save him from the breaking a law by fucking pushing him on his head off a bike? That's crazy.
With me at this red light. Yeah, bro.
They speed across the Story Bridge, take the motorway and pass the Gabba, then decide...
Hey, let's go tunnel! Tunnel! Tunnel!
The wheelies continuing underground as other motorists dodge the unpredictable group. Young lives at risk for the reward of social media attention.
Thank you, bro. You'll be in the video. Make sure to watch.
Wow.
Police say they're also watching. Telling 9 News they are investigating this group and the crash, all while continuing to urge riders and their parents to know the rules around using these e-devices. It's also been revealed around 700...
This isn't new? No, hell no. There have been, dude, New York City to this day has big biker groups that go around. You skipped an insane story. I know. I did so for a purpose. Okay. Emergency landing.
Dramatic images outside Atlanta, a small plane crashing into a busy intersection. And moments before going down, the pilot radioing air traffic control saying, "We're not going to make it. Please tell my wife I love her." Here's Gio Benitez.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is the terrifying moment on a Georgia Parkway tonight. Watch again as a single-engine plane makes a miraculous emergency landing shortly after takeoff.
A plane just crashed on the road.
Minutes after leaving Gainesville
Airport. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Port Authority.
Is that Austin Show?
They say the aircraft experienced engine issues, forced to turn around.
Gainesville traffic, mayday, mayday, mayday.
Two pilots realizing the plane would not have enough power to make it to the airport or to land safely. One of those pilots with an emotional plea, fearing the worst.
Gainesville traffic, this is Bonanza 229 Tango. We're not going to make it. Please tell my wife, Molly, I love her, and my parents. I love them so much.
The plane making an emergency landing on a busy roadway, striking 3 vehicles, the plane's fuel tank dislodging, going through the rear window of a vehicle, but remarkably, no one was severely hurt.
The fact that they were able to land in the middle of hundreds of vehicles and only hit 3 of them, no power lines, is very remarkable.
Meanwhile, David, the NTSB and FAA both say they're investigating what happened, but it's truly a miracle that everyone here is alive.
Wow, it sure is, Gio.
That
Thank you.
was fucking crazy. That landing is crazy.
This is the terrifying moment on a Georgia Parkway tonight. Watch again as a single
That was
engine
crazy.
plane makes a miraculous emergency landing shortly after takeoff.
A plane just crashed on the road.
Minutes.
That is crazy. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Dasher caught in 4K deep scratching.
Tonight, we begin with the DoorDash delivery caught on camera that's raising serious concerns tonight about food safety.
Is that Bill Nye the Science Guy?
A Toledo woman says she watched in real time as her delivery driver did something she calls disgusting before dropping off the food. 13 Action News reporter Alexis Means has the video. She's live with the story tonight. Alexis?
Well, the customer told me that this is something no one wants to see before their meal is delivered. A Toledo woman says she'll never order food delivery again after her Ring camera caught something disturbing. Ring camera video shows what appears to be a DoorDash driver with her hand down her pants. Ashley May says her food was delivered Monday just after 5 p.m.
I ordered my DoorDash, and when it arrived, I was watching it on my camera, and I seen the person who delivered it reach like inside of their pants and itch or something for a little while, and then they used the same hand to like set my food down.
She got deep in that motherfucker.
And then proceeded to take a picture and leave.
May says she couldn't believe what she saw.
I was like, I didn't see what I just seen, so I like rewinded it to make sure, and it was absolutely that.
She did not eat the food.
I went out there with like garbage bags over my hands and just like threw it right in the
Oh, come on.
dumpster. I took it right to the trash.
She reported the driver to DoorDash.
They were giving me a refund within like 5 to 7 business days, and then they contacted me today with, they still gave me $50 worth of credit on my account, so probably won't use it, but it's there.
DoorDash issued this statement to 13 Action News. This behavior is unacceptable. We immediately took action to deactivate the Dasher and have contacted the customer to make things right. Restaurants get inspected, but delivery drivers, the health department says that's a different story. A spokesperson issued us this statement. Toledo-Lucas County Health Department food inspectors work closely with operators to ensure proper food safety practices inside the facility. However, once food leaves the establishment, these safeguards are no longer guaranteed. Delivery drivers are not typically trained food handlers, but they play a role in maintaining food safety during transport. Consumers should understand that some level of risk exists when using third-party delivery services. For May, the risk may be too much.
Definitely, I won't be ordering.
She's getting up in there. She's getting around the corner. All right, drone crash.
And in some parts of the country, you can get deliveries by a drone. In Texas, one making an Amazon delivery just had a bit of a problem, smashing into the side of a building before crashing to the ground.
Look, it's Amazon's new delivery drone. A woman hears a buzz outside her window, so she starts recording. Then, bang!
Uh-oh. That does not sound good.
The drone crashes into her apartment building.
Oh my God.
Pieces of the drone come raining down.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Then it crash lands. Smoking and with propellers still spinning in Richardson, Texas. Chesserina Johnson recorded the drone smash up. She was shocked when it crashed.
I think the size of the drone and also the fact that it did crash was it's scary. I mean, if anybody would have been walking even 30 seconds later.
Can I be so for real? Can I be so for real? And maybe this is petty of me. If I see an Amazon drone crashing, I am diving underneath it. I am doing anything I can to get some part of my body underneath that drone so that I never have to work again in my life. I'm being so dude, of all, listen, I'm no scammer. I'm no little Jimmy slip and fall. But if I see an Amazon drone going down, if I hear, I'm taking that shit on the chin. I'll take my $1 billion, please.
Would have hit them.
The drone is Amazon's new Prime Air drone. It weighs 80 pounds and takes 2 guys to lift it.
All right, maybe I should well, I'd be dead.
It carries up to 5 pounds of cargo and promises fast, same-day delivery. This woman says, no thank you.
I'm not comfortable with them.
Uh-oh.
Amazon, which operates drones in Arizona and Texas, tells us they apologize for any inconvenience, adding they are actively investigating this incident.
Damn, bro. It takes one dickhead throwing a rock to bring those things down. It takes one fucking asshole throwing a rock. Street Geyser.
New at 4, a car crashed into a fire hydrant in Van Nuys.
What?
Causing, as you can see, quite a mess. The water's so powerful here, it actually kept that car lifted.
Oh my God, it's like a car bidet. That's the strength that I like to use my bidets at, by the way.
The location is Roscoe and Ventura Canyon Avenue. An older couple was sitting in the front seat in new surveillance video. You can see
their
car hit by a second car.
It lifts
which caused
it
them
up.
to swerve into the hydrant.
Holy
then the water began
shit.
to flow and actually sort of lifted that car almost vertical.
We were going south and
when you piss, real.
Hit by someone going to the east.
What did it feel like? Or what did you see?
A few stars.
Excuse me, guys.
And I saw water.
Police and firefighters arrived
Wow.
on scene to turn off that water. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
Wow. 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 Trike theft.
A heartbreaking loss and now an outpouring of kindness. A 9-year-old
No.
boy with Down syndrome and
No.
autism had his adaptive tricycle stolen
No.
from his Los Feliz home. Well, tonight his family is sharing how devastating that was and how total strangers are now stepping up to help replace what was taken.
KTLA's Jillian Smuckler joins us live in Los Feliz with this story. Hi, Jill.
Hi, Court and Kareen. Yeah, it's a great finish to a usually heartbreaking story, but really that boy, this wasn't just a toy for him. That bike really meant independence. So when it was stolen from his family's backyard, obviously it was heartbreaking.
If they ever catch this guy, put him under the jail. Put them, I don't believe in capital punishment, but put this guy under the jail. He's a monster.
For so many, but it's what's happened since then that has restored their faith in humanity.
They'll say bike, bike, bike.
1 week ago, someone stole Jack's adaptive tricycle from behind his family's apartment in Los Feliz. For Jack, who has Down syndrome and autism, that bike is one of his main ways of getting around.
Anyone who walks by, he waves and says hello, and everyone you can see, they just like light up, and they wave back and they go, hi, what a great bike. And he's like so proud of himself.
Unlike a standard one, Jack's tricycle is custom built with back support, safety straps, steering handles, and a pedal system designed to make riding easier.
Okay, we're going to catch this fucker. We're going to catch this fucker. This is a rare tricycle. It's like stealing the unicorn and gone in 60 seconds. We need to catch this person.
We can steer for him. We can help it go to where he's not having to do all the pressure himself.
His parents, Marie and Bobby, tell us walking can sometimes be too difficult or overstimulating for Jack, making that tricycle essential. But instead of focusing on what was taken, the family is focused on Jack's joy. Seen right here at Disneyland, meeting some of his favorite characters and flashing the Kiss Band hand sign, two of his favorite things. They tell us the hardest part wasn't the theft, it was knowing this would be one of Jack's first major disappointments.
It's like he's so proud of it. Like we've concentrated on the positive, saying we're going to get you a new bike and that people are helping
Will
you.
never grew up in the hood and it shows? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm sorry. Stealing a autistic Down syndrome child's adaptive tricycle is not like that is Hey yo, how'd you get your stripes, dog? Shit, I bribed a Down syndrome kid. God damn, that's cold, brother. That's ice cold. No, man. In no hood ever. In no hood ever, bro. Never, never.
To get a new bike, but we haven't explained to him that somebody actually would do something so horrible like that.
Are you excited for your new bike?
Yeah.
That hope became reality after local moms stepped in, offering help and starting a GoFundMe to replace the stolen tricycle.
People we don't know.
Stealing from a disabled little kid is also frowned upon in the hood. I know. I live in the hood. Yeah, dude, we can have some solidarity on this one. I don't think there's any hood in America where there is an incentive to steal an adaptive tricycle. This was a madman. This was a monster. This was a Gein or a Bundy.
Donated, people that I haven't seen since I was a kid donated.
I was just expecting a little like, oh, okay, it's not like as much. And so to see the outpouring and from complete strangers.
What started as a devastating loss has become a powerful reminder of how kindness can show up even from people you've never met before. And I couldn't let you go without showing you the man of the
for the bike, though. You have no idea how stealing shit works. You got to sell this at a fucking pawn shop. There is no pawn shop that's going to pay more than fucking $15 for a tricycle. And that's if they're going to fucking buy it. There is no market for an adaptive autistic Down syndrome child's tricycle.
Joining us is 9-year-old Jack. Hi, Jack. What do you want to say to everyone who is donating to replace your stolen tricycle?
Say
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My soul. My soul.
Jack is the sweetest little boy. So if you want to help him replace it, maybe even get a better tricycle, we have a link to the GoFundMe on our website at KTLA.com. Reporting live in Los Feliz, Jillian Smuckler, KTLA 5 News. Say bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Also, the hood. This is fucking Los Feliz. What the fuck?
Everybody.
He is so a cutie pie. And Jack, great things are in store.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not very woke of you to assume that there can't be gangs of thugs who happen to also be autistic and have Down syndrome. I expect better from the woker.
That's right, Will. A mentally handicapped Crip stole that bicycle, which put him on equal footing. It's pretty problematic of you to assume that there's no Down syndrome members of the Piru Crips.
Or after.
Yes.
I hate you, chat. Robots under attack. Crip is crazy in this context. Oh my God. I didn't even think of that.
Now at 5:30, Hollywood's food delivery robots are under attack. Videos show vandals kicking them.
Real.
Even tipping them over.
Real.
Good evening. This is the KTLA 5.
I'm not going to lie. Okay. Here's what I got to say. These fucking robots are everywhere now. And they get off track and they get like lost and they park in the middle of streets. I have seen like 10 of them that like run into the intersection of sidewalks where there's like dirt and their wheels can't figure it out and they just get stuck there. Listen, I understand people fucking with these things. They are annoying.
News at 5:30, I'm Pedro Rivera.
And down Mary Beth McDade in for Sheriff Calvin on this Monday evening. Yes, those self-driving robots, well, they're supposed to deliver food and other items, but they've recently become targets for thieves and vandals.
KTLA 5's Rachel Menetoff joins us live in Hollywood with more on how these delivery disruptions are really impacting businesses who use them. Rachel.
Pedro, MB, you've probably seen.
So don't use them.
The robots scooting along the sidewalks here in Hollywood and elsewhere around the city. They're becoming more and more popular for food delivery post-COVID. The problem is some people seem to be taking advantage of the new technology. Viral TikTok videos appear to show people tampering with these autonomous delivery drivers. In this case, stealing the contents inside, tossing them over, and even kicking the robot en route to deliver food. Vandals targeting the new tech, which businesses like Blue Jam in Hollywood rely on.
I think it was a great idea for COVID. Everything was just like hands-free. You don't have to deal with any.
Yes, it was a great idea for COVID. We're not in lockdown anymore. Pay someone to deliver the fucking food.
It's something shows up at your door and you just grab your stuff and go.
Steve Avila is the general manager here. He says ultimately it becomes a burden on the business.
We just have to remake.
Baby. Wow. Thank you so much for the 56 months. That's a long fucking time. I appreciate you.
The food. Luckily, we still get reimbursed for that, so we're not seeing too much out of pocket, but I can see how Postmates and DoorDash and Uber can be hurting from it. Yeah, especially because they also seem like they're expensive. So breaking one of those things, pretty penny.
Service Robotics, which operates many of the robots that you see in and around West Hollywood, is aware of these incidents caught on camera. It says oftentimes its technology, which is clearly visible, can be a target. Nevertheless, it still maintains a 99% completion rate.
At least the robot won't grab its junk and contaminate your food. You're right. It'll only have had some vagrant piss in it before it delivers your food.
For users of this newer delivery service, seeing the damage done is disturbing.
They're helping small businesses and they're not causing any harm, and I think people are just like looking for attention.
The way I look at it is, so the robots actually are helping the smaller communities, shops, mom and pop shops, get to your house.
Oh, right. We have no other solution for that.
And so it's really sad to see that people still try to vandalize them.
The robots do remain locked and have their own cameras rolling.
I mean, look at how fucking ridiculous this is. We have a fucking AI automated baby stroller partially piloted by a guy in the Philippines to deliver a fucking sandwich. We're really championing the mom and pop business here.
One company, Starship Technologies, which developed one version of this robot, says if a situation ever escalates, the robot sounds a loud siren.
That does nothing because it's in Los Angeles. No one gives a fuck if a robot is going wee, wee, wee. That's our ambient noise.
And all incidents are ultimately reported. Here at Hoika Hollywood, its staff have a simple request.
Just be mindful. I think that's like...
I used to eat at this place all the fucking time when I worked at BuzzFeed. That is a blast from the fucking past. Holy shit.
That's what we need right now in the world.
Of the customer and the business.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And Starship Technologies tells me in some of these cases, people are actually coming to the defense of the robot and trying to intervene in these situations. It says that if you try to block the robot, it will either maneuver around you or it will politely ask you to move. So kind of cool. I also reached out to the LAPD to see if it's aware of these incidents, and I'll let you know once I hear back. We're live in Hollywood tonight. I'm Rachel Menitoff. Back to both of you in the studio.
Wow. Rachel. What a story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Neff News. Haas, roll that header so I can pee.
These days, everyone wants to be an anchorman and do the news, but everyone else is a fake and a phony. This is the only real news on this fucking platform. If you want to know what matters in this sad little world, this is the only place to get all the news that's fit to breathe. Brought to you by the Badass Boss, hosted by the one and only, your mother-fucking favorite anchor, Real Neff.
1 and gentlemen, boys and girls, let us first get a very, 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 very hearty thank you for the hardest working mod in the biz, a guy that I literally could not have made this stream what it is without Haas on Twitch. Let's all give him a big W. He works very hard on these, and I really appreciate him. He does a fantastic job. That is crazy that I asked for that sound effect 2 hours ago. And he waited till I was thanking him to fucking play me off. That is correct. That is crazy. I guess he's watching on mobile, dude. Holy fuck. Quick framed. Got it. All right. Kuwait.
Oh, yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Huh.
WHO Elspeth Hasmeyer.
Ooh, I don't know a movie with these actors. Oh, this is Manchurian Candidate. My bad. Got it on the last one. That's an old one. Late entry to the crime division of news, but this happened yesterday in Italy. Armed robbers just attacked a cash and transit van on the highway of Italy. What? They did a heat?
Guarda, 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 guarda.
Oh my God!
Guarda. Hanno rubato il furgone. Guarda. Guarda. Cristo Santo.
Cristo Santo.
Hanno fatto scoppiare in diretta. Guardali, 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 guardali. Guardali.
Yo, this is legitimately heat. What the fuck? Is that a cop car?
Guardali.
What
guarda,
the
guarda, guarda,
fuck?
guarda, guarda, guarda.
That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. Holy shit, dude. Wow, that was fucking nuts. Found a video of that Amazon drone. Let me take a look.
Only in Italy will you see armed thugs taking cover behind a freaking Alfa Romeo, much less an Alfa that's a cop car. The Top Gear lads will love this.
That would be me. That would be me under the Amazon drone, correct. Oh, Jeff Bezos! Oh, Jeff Bezos, my back! Oh my God, Jeff Bezos! Oh no! My L7! Oh Lord, the drone fell
Hey,
on
Will,
me, Jeff
turned
Bezos!
25 today and just realized I've been
boat.
watching you for more than a fifth of my life.
Thank you.
Insane.
That's,
Thanks for being you.
You've watched me for a... Oh my God. Don't say it like that. Jesus Christ. Holy... Happy birthday, but that's crazy. Oh, help me, Jeff Bezos. Oh, my back. I need a boat, Jeff Bezos. Oh, I need a boat. Oh, Lord, my back never going to come back from there. Never going to recover. I need a boat, Jeff Bezos. Oh, please. My back won't work right on land anymore, but Jeff Bezos, I need a boat. All right, here we go. I can't get it off that.
Oh, that.
Oh, come on.
For all the times that you rain on my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my name. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake.
I'm back. I'm back. Ooh. Ooh. What? I don't know this.
The secret.
Don't know that song. Monster by Skillet. Oh my God! Look at how many people. Look at how many people missed today. Holy shit! Okay, that's a song that not many people know. Huh. Oh. Oh God. It's like, I need a bump for bump. We need a big for big. That fucking bullshit ass. Is it banned? For banned? Would they do something stupid like this? Damn. I could swear.
I'm not in a mood, come on.
What? That is so dumb. That is so dumb. There were no spaces, so it didn't show up. Oh my God, eat my fucking ass, bro. Ugh. You can go bum for bum. What is this?
Chad Kroger, and I'm here today to promote an amazing
Chad
new
Kroger.
holistic practice. This is something I accidentally discovered at my first weenie roast. During the Lumineers set, I passed out face down, nude, and spread eagle in the sun. And soon thereafter, security woke me up, and I was surprised at how lucid I was. I was expecting to be sloshed, but here's the thing. I wasn't. And I didn't realize where this mysterious
Love
boost
Chad
came
Kroger.
from until my health guru, Troy from Venice, showed me something called perineum sunning. Perineum sunning is where you allow direct sunlight
These women in the back.
to penetrate your bare sphincter for 30 seconds or more. Dr. Drew says that the sun is a massive electric node in the sky.
Public speaker is allowed to speak about something that is within the jurisdiction of the city of Irvine, but this subject matter is not.
Councilmember Agron, allow them to finish their statement.
This straight shot of vitamin D will boost your stoke for at least 24 hours, and all it takes is exposing your gooch.
What up, Council? I am also here to support perineum sunning. I understand that when you hear about it, you may be skeptical, but let's also think about the fact that there was probably a time where it seemed obscene and weird for someone to milk a cow, but now we are grateful for the milk. The most difficult thing about perineum sunning is that there's no space where we're allowed to practice it. We can't do it at my mom's house because it weirds out my mom's boyfriend, Greg, who is a legend, and we're not allowed to do it at the parks. So to your interjection that this isn't within the city's jurisdiction, we will ask that the city create a space where we are allowed to use for this health practice. We're thinking maybe Bill Barber Park, if that's cool with you guys. If it's cool with you, Council, I would love to have my friend and colleague Chad Kroger demonstrate the position for perineum sunning. If you can redirect your attention towards the stairs. Thank you, Chad.
Incredible. 10 out of 10. No notes.
Thank you, Chad. And thank you, Council.
Perineum fucking sunning, man. Holy, what a fucking artist. No, oh my God. Add to cart, bro. Add to fucking cart. I love that it was a tribute to Kill Bill, by the way. God, that scene was incredible. All right. Okay. We can go bomb for bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, I am still hungover and tired from the Super Bowl. So we did Neff News. We got 4 hours done, but I'm going to send you over to Jay Dilla. Tomorrow we have a huge stream. We have a big stream. We have a guaranteed 10 hours of Mugenics. We are going to successfully complete a run of Mugenics before the stream ends tomorrow. So however long that takes. I will be playing games with Jay after I raid. So if you want a little bit more from me, you can hang around and watch him. Oh my God, my brain is absolutely fried. But thank you for coming back, guys. I appreciate a wonderful Monday with you guys and Neff News. We have the Pokemon giveaway coming soon. We have the Rat King this week. We got the Mugenics stream. We got merch coming in soon. We got a bunch of fun stuff coming up. Thank you so much for making streaming so pleasurable. I honestly love showing up here every night, even if I'm tired, even if I'm still sweaty from the gym. It makes me really pleased to be able to do this for you guys, and you guys give me so much. I'm happy to give back a fraction of those things to you. So looking forward to the giveaway, looking forward to tomorrow's stream. Stay dangerous, everybody. I will see you very soon.